course, I want to mention that the Prairie Patch Craft Show will be Saturday, November 12th from 9 a.m. to 4. Everybody remembers the Prairie Patch, and it is back. It's going to be better than ever, so make sure you're here and having a great time. It'll be great crafts, great food, fun. It's going to be an awesome Saturday all throughout the SES Commons and Gymnasium. If you've never been, make sure you're there. Saturday, November 12th, 9 a.m. to 4. Well, good evening, Trojan Nation. Tonight we're honoring our 2022 senior football players, cheerleaders, and dance team members and their parents. We will start off with the football players. Our first senior is number 7, Landon Allen. Landon is the son of Adrian and Jim Allen. Landon is a 4-year letter winner in football. Team captain his junior and senior year. Landon was named second team All-League linebacker in 2020 and 21, and was second team tight end in 21. Landon plans on majoring in business in college. Our next one, number 56, McAllister Chambers. Mac is the son of Kate and Corey Chambers. Mac has played football all 4 years and lettered 2. Mac is team captain this year. Mac plans to study in the medical field at college. Our next Trojan is number 11, Jacob Gebhardt. Jake is the son of Angie and Mitch Gebhardt. Jacob has played football for 4 years and lettered 2. Jake was named first team All-League wide receiver, second team All-League defensive back in 21. He was also named All-State Honorable Mention wide receiver in 21. Jake plans on attending Fort Hays State to study applied tech education. Our next Trojan is number 19, Luke Gebhardt. Luke is the son of Angie and Mitch Gebhardt. Luke has lettered 4 years in football. He's a 2-time first-team All-League defensive back and first-team All-League quarterback in 2021. Luke has also been named All-State quarterback and defensive back. Luke plans on attending college and studying agricultural business. Our next Trojan is number 55, Caden Isaacson. Caden is the son of Amy and Ryan Isaacson. Caden has played football for 4 years and lettered 3 years. Caden's future plans are to start a welding business. Next up, number 63, Slade Johnson. Slade is the son of Natalie and Jared Johnson. Slade has played football for 4 years and lettered 2 years. Slade will be graduating from Saline Area Technical College welding program in May and is aspiring to start a local welding business. Next up is number 61, Trevor Keller. Trevor is the son of Tammy and Kevin Keller. Trevor has played football for 4 years and lettered 2 years. Trevor plans on continuing to play baseball in college and major in business marketing. Next up is number 9, Michael Murray. Michael is the son of Cheryl and Mike Murray. Michael has played football for 4 years and lettered 3. Michael was All-League second-team wide receiver and defensive back in 2021. Michael plans on studying accounting in college. Next up is number 52, Wade Rutherford. Wade is the son of Lori and Trent Rutherford. Wade has played football for 4 years and lettered 2 years. Wade plans to attend Fort Hays State University to study nursing. Next up, number 24, Jace Van Amberg. Jace is the son of Sonia Van Amberg and Scott Van Amberg. Jace has played football for 4 years and lettered 3 years. Jace plans on studying pre-med in college. These senior football players have been a part of 3 league championships, 2 district championships, 2 regional championships, 1 sectional championship, 1 sub-state runner-up, and have an overall record coming into tonight's game of 34-5. We would like to thank all these student athletes for their hard work and dedication to the Southeast of Saline football program. We understand that competing is a valuable experience, both athletically and educationally. We've enjoyed watching you compete over the last 4 years and will enjoy over the next several weeks. Thank you, seniors, for all the leadership you have shown over the years and you have done representing Southeast. We also want to thank you, parents, for your support. Your involvement is greatly appreciated. Good luck, Trojans. Now we'll honor the senior cheerleaders and dance team members. First up from the cheerleading squad, Marissa Aguilar. Marissa is the daughter of Tammy and John Aguilar. Marissa has cheered for 2 years. Her favorite memory is learning new stunts. Marissa plans on attending Fort Hays State University for nursing. Next up is Kaylee Hamill. Kaylee is the daughter of Sarah and Jason Hamill. Kaylee has cheered for 4 years. Her favorite memory is learning new stunts. She plans on attending Fort Hays State University for pre-med and continuing to cheer. Next up is Emily Lauer. Emily is the daughter of Christy Smith and Todd Lauer. Emily has cheered for 4 years. Her favorite memory is participating in the Kansas Shrine Bowl. Emily will be attending Kansas State University for nursing. Our next cheerleader is Emma Lippold. Emma is the daughter of Kelly and Lance Lippold. Emily has cheered for 4 years. Her favorite cheer memory is performing at the Shrine Bowl and cheering for the West Side. Emily plans on attending Emporia State University for psychology and school counseling. She plans to be on the cheer team at Emporia State. Our next cheerleader is Olivia Neff. Olivia is the son of Jennifer and Alden Neff. Emily has been on the cheer team for 1 year and dance team for 2 years. Her favorite part of cheer is learning new stunts. Olivia will be attending Cloud County Community College for biology. She plans to be on the cheer team at Cloud County. Our next cheerleader is Brecken Wagner. Brecken is the daughter of Meredith and Scott Erfert. Brecken has cheered for 4 years. Her favorite part of cheer is learning new tumbling skills. Brecken will be attending Fort Hays State University for nursing. She plans to be on the cheer team at Fort Hays. And now for our sparklers, our senior sparklers. Our first one, Amara Turner. Amara is the daughter of Leanne and Ben Ashmore. Amara has been on dance team for 4 years. Her favorite memory is getting ready together to get ready for the games. Amara plans to attend Wichita State University in the pre-dental program. Our next sparkler is April Winters. April is the daughter of Patty Winters. April has been on dance team for 3 years. Her favorite memory is creating routines and the team's gets-togethers. April plans to attend Chadron State College in Nebraska for art therapy. We would like to thank these senior cheerleaders and sparklers for their dedication to Southeast of Saline. Your passion for cheer and dance have been on display each time you perform. Thank you for making our games great. And thank you, parents, for supporting your child's passion over the last 4 years. Let's give them a good round of applause.
Feel like the playoffs start this week?
Hey, yeah, it's a big game. Both of us get a first round playoff game no matter what. So not all is lost, but it's a big game. It kind of sets the tone for the playoffs, and it definitely shows where we're at comparably to the top teams, historically top teams. So it's a big game. There's a lot on the line, and our guys are excited to be part of it.
These teams come in as the number 1 and number 2 ranked total defenses in Class 2A. Your defense has held opponents to just 162 yards of total offense per game. What is that unit going to have to do to contain these playmakers on the SES side?
The best thing is just line up. They're no huddle, and they've got a lot of people not being able to get lined up. So that's our biggest focus, to get lined up and be able to play the play and be focused during that play and not be worrying about, we got to get to the other side and the strength was called this way or that way. So the biggest thing is get lined up and be able to play the play at full speed.
Sure. Outside of this matchup, I wanted to ask, what has been the best thing that you've seen from that defensive unit of yours this year?
I don't know if I could pinpoint one. It's just, they're fast. We're physical. That first unit, we played a lot of guys, young guys last week, so a lot of people are shocked we gave up 19 points. Well, we got up 22-0 in the first 5 minutes, so we were pretty banged up last week, so we were able to rest a few guys. So even our seconds played pretty good, but our first string they're fast and physical from the front to the back. So that's the biggest thing.
Offensively, you guys have done an excellent job of maintaining a balance between the pass and the run this year. How critical has that been for you this season, and how critical will it be to keep that Trojan defense guessing tonight?
Well, I don't know how much they're going to be guessing. I think they know we run the ball. And then off that run, we have RPOs. So that's how it balances itself out. It's built into the system. So, and Will's done a really good job of reading all that stuff. And we're a little different than they are. We huddle and take every second we got to get up to the line of scrimmage and go. So it's just contrasting styles on how we go. But we focused a lot on defense this year, and that's kind of been our calling card.
Sure. You mentioned the strong run game. When you have a running offense the way that you guys do, how critical is keeping that offense on the field and trying to grind some clock in a situation like this?
Well, that's the biggest thing. We got to grind out first downs and get clock. So a team like Southeast Saline can't, they want to get 100. We definitely don't want to play 100 plays on defense. Nobody does. So the biggest thing we can do to help ourselves is get first downs and try to grind some clock off.
When you scout this SES team on film, what are some of the biggest strengths that stand out to you right away that you guys will have to be prepared for tonight?
No, obviously the quarterback's pretty good, and they got some playmakers they can spread the ball around too. And then the biggest thing is they line up really fast and they get plays in, and they're able to run an offense at high efficiency very quickly. So that's the biggest thing, just being able to line up and identify formations and be ready to go at the snap.
Overall, when you take these first 7 games as kind of a package deal, I mean, what's been the best thing that you've seen from your team so far this season in the lead up to this one?
I think it's just each week they're focused. I mean, we focus on getting better every day and beating our best selves. So if we can be a little bit better than we were yesterday, that's our focus. And they've done a really good job of doing that. And they don't get too caught up with everything outside. They've learned that the last couple of years because there wasn't always a lot of great things said about them in the last 2 years. So we know tides can change pretty quick. So they're focused on their job and what we can get done within the walls of the program and go from there.
I know that every team, regardless of who the opponent is, wants to kind of remain even-keeled, but I wanted to ask, I mean, what has the energy been like in practice and the build-up to this one, and just mentally? I mean, does this team believe that they're the group to slay the Southeast Goliath?
Well, you don't play it if you're not confident. I think they're pretty confident in their abilities, and I think Southeast Saline's pretty confident in their abilities. So I think it'll be a battle between two teams that have a lot of confidence going to be out on the field tonight.
Last thing for you here, Coach. I mean, regardless of what happens tonight, I wanted to ask this as well. Is this an Ellsworth team that, again, many are expecting to see make a deep playoff run? If everybody plays up to their potential, if you guys can stay healthy, I mean, what does this team believe they can accomplish when all is said and done?
I think the sky's the limit, and I think you'll get a real view of what we're capable of maybe tonight, and whether it's close or if we lose by 21 or we win by 21, I think you're going to see what type of team we are, because I think Southeast Lane kind of sets the tone for all of 2A. Yes,
sir. And then last thing here really quick, I almost forgot, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. Overall, if you had to boil it down into 1 or 2 of the biggest bullet points, your keys to the game here in this matchup between these two.
We got to play physical up front on offense, and then defensively we have to line up and we have to be ready to identify formations and be ready to go.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much again for your time, and best of luck to your Bearcats tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yes, sir. That was Ellsworth head coach Josh Amolka. His Bearcats visiting southeast of Saline tonight in a district and league championship game between undefeated ranked rivals. We'll be back with more pregame after this. Countdown to kickoff rolls on here on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Back here on Countdown to Kickoff, getting ready for week number 8 of high school football, southeast of Saline at home for senior night tonight. We'll talk more about those seniors as pregame and the game tonight goes along. Southeast hosting Ellsworth, and this is a big game. Both teams 7-0. Head coach Mitch Gebhardt joins us now, brought to you by Frisbee Construction. And Coach, a lot going on. It's kind of in the background with this game. We'll talk about all the extracurriculars after we look back to last week. A 94-0 victory over the Lions. And I'm sure you've had a little bit of interaction with people and just, comments and things like that. And I feel like when people make comments on social media, I don't have any respect for that, one, but also 99.999% of the time it's people that were not there and don't know about the circumstance. It's kind of the world we live in right now, right? But I was just curious with you, how much feedback have you had from last week's score, good or bad, and just your thoughts on what went on last week?
I don't feel like I've got a whole lot of feedback from many people on it. I think the people that are around Southeast Lane football understand how we operate and do things. I'd much rather had a 21-0. This is district game, so I want 21 points. A 21-0 game where we play our starters and those guys that play normal varsity football games throughout the football game. But that isn't what happened. We subbed kids after the end of the first quarter. It was 46-0, and we continued to sub throughout. We're not going to tell our kids not to play hard or not to do their very best when they're in there. Those kids work hard during the summer, work hard on our practices and everything else, and when they get in a varsity game, they're the expectations for them, and they expect from themselves to do a good job. So, I felt like our kids did. I thought we did a good job in all facets of the game, and we got everybody into the game. We ran 6 plays in the second half. The clock ran the whole second half, and we ran the clock down to almost 0 every offensive play that we had in that time, and I felt like our kids played well.
I will say this, and I just want your thoughts on this. Since it is senior night, and most of your seniors are first-teamers, and you look at the people that I feel like are overlooked in this whole situation are your starters, because a lot of times people don't think about this. At least I don't think they do. But these guys put in the work all week. They prepare. They go through practice. They're preparing for Lions or Ellsworth or Andale or whoever it may be, like any other team. And then they get to go out and they play 8 minutes. And those are the guys that I really feel bad for. What are your thoughts on that?
And I agree with that too. And I've been on both sides. I've been beat bad before also, and that's not a good situation to be in either. But I feel like our kids put the time in. We had 36 kids that had 80% or better this summer in our stuff, and I think we had 19 that had 100% in our weight room and our camps and things like that. Those guys earn the right to get to play football on Friday nights, and it's a tough situation, and it's a fine line you walk as a coach and those type of things. To do the right thing and make sure your kids get the playing time they need to get, and your younger guys go in and play and they score some touchdowns, and the score gets a little bit out of hand. But I feel like we handled it fairly well. Would I rather have a 21-0 score? Sure, I would have, but that's not the way it turned out.
This game in general, I don't know that there's a lot that we can talk about as far as football. I know on offense, you guys were able to run the bubble screen and do it kind of a high success rate because there was so much cushion given to your receivers out on the edge. And that seemed to be the strategy early on with Luke going 8 of 9.
Yeah, and it was. We always try to talk about what they're going to give us. First time we lined up, we handed the ball off, and we noticed that their D-backs were fairly deep, so we thought we'd try the bubble screen there, and it seemed to work pretty well. So we ran it several times. Luke did go 8 for 9 for 165, I believe, a couple touchdowns. So we ran quite a few short routes. I think they had that one ball that he threw to Jake that was deep, that was a touchdown, but quite a few short routes. And then our run game was pretty good also.
Defense seemed to play pretty well, and I know one of the things that you really wanted to concentrate on in this game, regardless of who the opponent was getting those turnovers that have eluded you a lot this year. You have not turned the ball over from the other team and gotten those takeaways like you were able to last year. Got 3 takeaways in this game, though, and you didn't turn it over on offense.
Yeah, and that's something we continue to work on. That's part of that's a mindset, and part of that's just situational game stuff. But we've had teams that have put the ball on the ground, and we just haven't ended up with it. And we've got to continue to work at that so we get better. Anytime you can take the ball away from the other team, it's good for us.
You can talk to me as a coach or a dad. I thought it was a cool moment. And I don't care if they're your kids or my kids or whoever's kids. They're in the second quarter when Grady was going down the field with the backups and kind of the fill-in guys. And then you were able to get all 3 of your guys on the field at the same time and able to score a touchdown and have that moment. That was super cool.
Yeah, it was. And not very often do you have 3 brothers that are on the same team together. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to do that off and on. And I didn't know if an opportunity would arise throughout the season to be able to do that, but it did. Pretty proud of how they handled that, and Grady did a good job of running the football.
How'd your week go for you? You got to start it off with a big JV game against Republic County on Monday.
Yeah, we did, and the JV played awful well. They just continue to get better. Awful proud of them. We played a decent Belleville Republic County football team there, and we ended up winning 66-0. Felt like all of our kids played well. We've had some kids that maybe didn't do some things as good, but I really feel like all of our kids are understanding what we want to get done and continue to get better, and that's exciting for us. Well, we've had a good week of practice so far, and hopefully it turns into us playing well tonight.
This is a big game here tonight against Ellsworth. Not only are you guys both undefeated and both looking for that first place in that district title, but also something that we don't talk about a whole lot, and I think there's been times that you and I have agreed not to talk about it, but it's still being kept track of, is the league title. Right now, Ellsworth and Southeast of Saline are the only undefeated teams in the NCAA.
Yeah, and we talk about that. The boys and I do. All those mean something, and we get a little plaque on the wall at school here if you win a league title, and that's kind of a big deal to us. It has been. Honestly, that's where we kind of started. The first year I was here, we went 3-6. We won our first 3 games, lost 6 in a row, and that was where we started. We wanted to win the league to start out with, and then as you continue to get better, those are still things that you want to do. You want to be the best in the league if you can be. So, that's where we start all of our conversations when we start them there in the spring, and we want to continue to do that if we can.
I'm going to give you a chance here to tell me what you see with this Ellsworth Bearcat team on film. I know a lot of things have changed since last year, and I remember walking out of their stadium after a win and thinking, boy, there were a lot of sophomores on that team. Now you turn the page, they still don't have a lot of seniors. There's 2 seniors on the team. This team is mostly juniors, and they've turned this around from a 2-7 team last year to being 7-0 this year. What do you see when you look at the Bearcats?
Well, I think the first thing you look at is their record last year. Yeah, they were 2-7, but they were in several of those games that they lost by 6 points or lost by 4 points or lost by 10 points or whatever. Against us last year, it wasn't that way. If you could have everything go right for you in the first half of a football, especially first quarter of a football game, we had it. And it did. They drove the ball on us a couple times, and one time they they fumble the ball and we pick it up and go 99 yards for touchdowns because there's a possibility they just scored there. So everything that could go right for us in that game did last year. I knew they were good. I mean, they got good players and great coaches over there. I knew that they would have a good season this year, and they fly to the ball on defense. You have a lot of hats that get to it wherever it is. Seems like they have a lot of speed also on defense. Offensively, they do a nice job of running the football and throwing the football. Their quarterback gets the ball to athletes out there, and they do a good job of catching it. And special teams, they do a good job on special teams also. So well-coached and a very good football team, and you're right, a lot of them are juniors.
I know this is a series that really has some roots for you since you have those roots in Ellsworth, being from there, and this is always kind of a special game for you. We did not play the Bearcats in 2016, 17, 18, or 19, have reunited with them now over the last couple of years. This will be the third year in a row since that layoff that we've played. What are your keys to success against the Bearcats tonight?
I think understanding what they're going to give us on defense and getting the ball to the guys that can make plays for us in those situations is a big deal. Limiting turnovers. You know, when two good teams play each other, turnovers can be a big deal. I just talked about special teams. They're awful good in special teams, and I feel like we've gotten quite a bit better too. A special teams play here or there could make a huge difference. And defensively, we got to get to where we're supposed to be. They do a lot of things well, and you got to make sure that people are in the right spots and then make plays. Just being in the right spot isn't okay. You got to make a play when a ball's in your spot. You need to make a play on it, and I think those are big keys for us.
2 7-0 teams going at it tonight. That's head coach Mitch Gebhardt, the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys here on senior night hosting Ellsworth. Coach, best of luck to you. We'll talk to you at halftime.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Back with more Trojan pregame after this on KINA.
It's third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for rural property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at SalinaHomes.com.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
This has been Countdown to Kickoff. The opening kick is right around the corner. It's about to get ugly. Back to the stadium we go for Trojan football
On KINA Sports.
Welcome back here to the campus of Southeast of Saline. Steve Fritz Field for tonight's probably one of the best games in the state between 2A top 5 ranked teams in the Ellsworth Bearcats coming in number 5 and Southeast of Saline. Holding on to that number 1 spot, kind of back and forth with Nemaha Central. We'll bring in the voice of Southeast of Saline, Devin Haney, here in a minute. Looking at tonight's game, it's a big one. I mean, there's really no other way about it. These two teams met last year, and it was a lopsided victory for Southeast of Saline, winning very big. Coming tonight, Ellsworth playing a little different schedule than Southeast of Saline. You look at their schedule coming into the year, and the teams they have played are a combined 16 wins and 33 losses on the year. On the flip side, Southeast Saline comes into this game. Their opponents that they have beaten have a total of 23 wins and 26 losses. Weather for tonight's game, absolutely gorgeous for mid-October. 78 degrees at kickoff, wind 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's going to drop down to about the mid-60s, 65 degrees. An absolute perfect night for fall weather football. Ellsworth back in 2010 won this game 35-6. It was Mitch Gebhardt's 4th game at Southeast of Saline. Southeast started 3-0, lost that game to Ellsworth back in 2010, went on to lose out the rest of the season. Since then, Southeast is 7-0 versus Ellsworth and has outscored them by a quite surprising margin, 301-33. Last year's game, like I talked about, 72-6 win on the campus of Ellsworth. These teams kind of back and forth, played a lot early and did not play each other in 2016, 17, 18, and 19. Captain's getting ready to go out for the coin toss right now, and if you're around the state of Kansas and you're a fan of Kansas high school football, this is the game probably that is going to be on a lot of people's radar, especially on the 2A level. You got crossing over with another district in Kingman, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as we bring in Devin. Devin, we've talked about this over and over again, and I kind of mentioned it, back in 2010 when Ellsworth upset and beat Mitch Gebhardt in his first year, and then the totals has kind of ran downhill since then. You can throw all them numbers out the window tonight because it's a totally different game.
I think this game is probably, I don't want to say more mental than physical because football is such a physical sport, but I think the mental aspect is going to come into this game just because of the final score last year, right? I mean, Southeast of Saline goes into Ellsworth last year, and it was the first time that these two had seen each other in 5 years. They went 4 years without playing in 2019, 18, 17, 16. I mean, they went 4 years, and all of a sudden they get together for 2 years, and it is just a boat race by Southeast of Saline. They give up 6 points in 2 games. They outscored Ellsworth last year 72-6. That game was over at the first quarter. It's a year later now. So for these Ellsworth guys and head coach Josh Homolka and what they have done, have they gotten over that hump? Have they made up 66 points, so to speak, from a year ago? If they come out and they're competitive early and they keep this game close, I think this could be a really, really, really good football game. If Southeast of Saline comes out, though, and they put 14 on the board in their first 2 possessions and they keep Ellsworth out of the end zone, and we're sitting here looking at the scoreboard and it's 14 or 16-0, I think Ellsworth is going to have problems mentally processing that they're on the even playing field with Southeast of Saline already. It may come next year because, as we have talked about, this team is still very, very young from Ellsworth. They only have 2 seniors, but I think they have to mentally be in this game no matter what the score is early on.
Yeah, and I think if you're Southeast of Saline, you go back to last year's game and the mental strong, you come out and you just punch them in the mouth, and that is basically what happened. And I think you leaned on it, and that leans us right into the new image audio keys to the game. And I think if for Southeast, you have to jump on them early. You have to. They're receiving the first kickoff of the game. You take that and score, and that's going to set the tone for this whole first half.
Yeah, and Ellsworth has also hung their hat this year on defense. They're a lot like what Southeast was last year. They've given up 6 points a game on average. They have had a bunch of shutouts, and they take pride in their defense. They take pride in being more physical than last year. They take pride in being a little quicker than last year and kind of being that team that gets in your face. Well, what happens when you step across the line from somebody that still does that just a little bit better than you in every aspect of that game? We know Southeast of Saline, no matter what year it's been under Mitch Gebhardt, they take pride in being physical and being more aggressive than the other team, and that's won them a lot of games. Is Ellsworth ready to play, again, on that same type of level that Southeast of Saline is? We heard some chatter week 3 going into Minneapolis that the Lions were 2-0, and they thought they were on the same level as Southeast of Saline. We know what happened there. Now Ellsworth, though, they have a bigger piece of work to prove. They may be at this level. They're 7-0 also. They have a chance at a league title. They have a chance at a district title, and we're getting ready to get started off. Ellsworth will wear their white tops, black pants. They have red numerals and a black helmet with the Bearcat logo on the side. For just the second time this year, Southeast of Saline going with their all-purple kits, purple helmet, top, and pants with the logo on the side. That is the Southeast of Saline Trojan. It is senior night, and we are ready to go. Southeast of Saline has Michael Murray back deep along with Nate Friesen. Probably no more speed by 2 guys in the building other than those 2. Low-line drive kick. Murray will take it at the 14-yard line. He's to the 20s. He angles to the right, bounces off a would-be tackler at the 30, and still on his feet as he is going to be brought down at the 32-yard line. Luke Gebhardt will bring out the Southeast of Saline offense. Luke just threw 9 passes last week against Lions. He was 8 out of 9 for 189 yards, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. He also had a touchdown rushing on 2 carries and 12 yards. Michael Murray, Tucker Thaxton, Landon Allen, Jake Gebhardt are his wide receivers. Nathan Friesen, the tailback, in the backfield. We'll set the lineup for you on the offensive line after this first down and 10 play coming from the 33-yard line. Southeast of Saline runs it left. Friesen into the second level across the 40. Gets to the 45, now the 46, and it's a gain of 13 for Nate Friesen. He is running behind Wade Rutherford. Also, Caden Isaacson, Nathan Weller out there. Actually, Weller is not out there. He was a game-time decision, so it'll be Brody Chambers. Caden Isaacson is center, Mac Chambers, and Trevor Keller. Full steam ahead once again. This is Luke Gebhardt, and he will get 5 on the play.
Yeah, Nate Friesen with that first rush, not hurting that average coming in. 92 carries, 555 yards at a 6-yard per carry average. So maybe a heavy dose early of what they're going to set up for as we've seen them go away from the run game when it's so strong.
18 yards on 2 plays. Southeast now running the 3rd play. Through the line of scrimmage, here comes Gebhardt. Once again, he's carrying it for a 1st down as he gets into Ellsworth territory at the 42-yard line.
And we've talked about this team being so balanced all year, passing, coming in 211 yards a game. Rushing starting to take a little bit of a lead at 200 and almost 38 yards a game on the ground.
9 on that carry for Luke. First pass of the game. It comes out to the right to Michael Murray. Murray's going to drop that ball on a quick out towards the sideline, and will come up to 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, quick start, and I think that's exactly how you need to start if you're Southeast of Saline, with the way they're driving down the field. Keep the ball in the hands of number 19 and number 3, who have rode you in this rushing game all year long.
The Southeast of Saline offense, when you put the numbers together, they are the best offense statistically in the state of Kansas. Ellsworth, right there as far as defense. Here's the snap back to Gebhardt. They go left on the bubble this time to Murray. He caught it behind the line of scrimmage, now dancing his way out for a 7-yard gain. It will be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Trojans.
Michael Murray coming into this game, 35 receptions, 523 yards, averaging 87 yards a game on just 6 games. He did miss 1 game earlier in the season.
3rd down. Looks like they're going to say 4 after a gain of 6. That time by Southeast of Saline. Ball setting at the 36-yard line. Here is the pitch out to Friesen, right-hand side. Friesen deep in his own backfield. Has some room to make up. Now he's across the 30. Now he's down the sideline, and he's going to run away. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Trojans. Nate Friesen has that burst. He caught that pitch from Luke Gebhardt 7 yards deep in the offensive backfield. Once he got his feet squared away to the end zone, he was off and running. And Nathan Friesen, faster than a squad of Bearcats.
And these receivers are so explosive in the run game, in the motion, in the catching. Michael Murray and Jake Gebhardt freed that up with their great blocks on the outside as they were able to get it in. Now here's a fake reverse to Luke, down to Jake in the corner of the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Doing what they do best on that 2-point conversion. Goes Gebhardt to Gebhardt, and Southeast of Saline with 10:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Goes down the field, and they lead it 8-0 as you listen to it here on KINA.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Nathan Friesen with his 11th touchdown of the season. It comes from 36 yards away. Southeast of Saline puts the 2-point conversion on top of that. Luke to Jake Gebhardt for 2, and it's 8-0 Southeast of Saline.
And a very good start. Just a 6-play drive, converted a 3rd down, got 2 first downs on that drive. If you're Southeast and Coach Mitch Gebhardt, you couldn't have asked for a better start to this game.
See what the defense can do now. I think maybe this is where your statement will be made. You already gashed that Ellsworth defense that has taken pride upon themselves. They have already given up above their average on the season so far. Here's a kick. It's going to go all the way through the Ellsworth return team into the end zone, and Ellsworth will have to start out here deep in their own territory. Nice kick there by Wyatt Boyd. Wyatt's done a really good job this year. I don't know that we talk about him enough as a kicker. I know Coach Gebhardt and I talked about him a little bit on pregame the other day, but, man, he is a weapon.
When you kick off 51 times coming into this game, and that's his first touchback, and special teams were kind of questionable early. You know, Mitch Gebhardt was saying, we got to cover kicks better. Our kickoffs got to be better. Great job. If Wyatt Boyd can put it in the end zone, start at your own 20, good for this defense.
Will Cravens is the quarterback. He's a junior for Ellsworth. He completes 60% of his passes so far, under 900 yards, but 12 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Cravens does not turn this ball over. They're going to go straight ahead with one of the running backs off the right-hand side. That's Wyatt Bonin, and Bonin, a junior tailback, 480 yards on the season, will take it off the right-hand side. He will gain 7 on his first carry. Bonin is not listed as the starter. That's actually Loden West. But when you look at their numbers, carries-wise, what they get, very, very similar coming into this game, though Bonin has more yards than West. West has more touchdowns.
Yeah, they kind of a balanced running game between Bonin and West, and then you got 2 other guys in Johnson and Cravens that have ran the ball 30-plus times each.
6 yards on first down for Ellsworth. Snap it back to Cravens this time. He wants to run the option. He's going to get out to the right-hand side. Daniel Kerr will chase him out of bounds. as he will run him out at about the 35-yard line, it looks like. Nice little carry there by Cravens. Doesn't carry the ball a lot, just 34 carries in their first 7 games.
Yeah, he's only averaging 4.9 yards a carry. Does have 2 rushing touchdowns. This team has a total 18 rushing touchdowns on the year. And if you heard Tyler Henry's interview with Ellsworth's head coach, there's no secret they're going to run the football.
At the 34, 14 yards on 2 runs to start this game. Ellsworth now first down and 10 at their own 34-yard line, and the Bearcats have to call a timeout, and the sideline not very happy about it. We'll step away as well. Here's a 30 as you listen and watch to Southeast of Saline football on SalinaPost.com. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses acquire relief loans to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan football on KINA Sports.
Bearcats have to burn a timeout on first down. It's 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The later we get into this game, we'll start to discuss as we near the end of this, when we know an outcome or maybe don't, and talk about the crossover with the district matchups with District 6 and see where this is going to go.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats. A guy in motion goes from right to left across their offensive formation. Tailback falls down, and then Cravens will throw it off the right-hand side. Bracket coverage there. Luke Gebhardt shallow, Jake Gebhardt deep, and that pass goes incomplete from junior Wes Cravens. His first pass attempt of the game. Now Ellsworth looking at 2nd and 10.
And Luke Gebhardt, I don't know if the stumble by the running back keyed him to come up, but he read that extremely well, jumped the route, and that ball going right between both of his hands.
2nd and 10 now for the Bearcats. They'll dispatch a wide receiver out to the left-hand side. That's Leighton Liker. Liker now will go in motion, go back to the formation. They're leaving another wide receiver, Cole Weber, in tight. Here's the give to the tailback to the line of scrimmage, and then no more as he is stacked up by a wall of Trojans. Caden Isaacson actually came out with the football. Bunch of Southeast of Saline guys saying they have it, and no official signal yet. And getting up slow from the bottom of that pile is Wyatt Bonin. He is limping and now going over to the Ellsworth sideline. That's not good for the Bearcats.
And these front 3, we didn't touch on this. We talked about the front 3 of the defensive line in Keller, Monday, and Johnson, and how quick and great they are, usually undersized. Severely undersized in this matchup, but Josiah Monday shows you right there that speed will overdo size every time.
Lost 3/4 of a yard on that play. 3rd down and 11. Cravens in the pistol, has a running back directly behind him, also a protector up front. In the pocket, now he's going to be flushed out, looking for somewhere to go. He stumbles, now he's hit from behind, nearly lost the football as he crossed the 35-yard line. He'll get to the 36-yard line, and then buried from behind by Caden Isaacson and Matt Chambers.
And a great job by the front 3, but an even better job, Michael Murray, Luke Gebhardt, Jake Gebhardt, everybody in that backfield having great coverage as quarterback at all kinds of time to throw the football and able to corral him in for a short gain. Now Ellsworth has to go in punt formation.
Isaac Vasquez, the senior 335-pound center, has been in and out of this Ellsworth lineup. He was supposed to start today, and I did not see him out there in that series. Here's Cravens on the punt. He's going to get away a good punt all the way back inside the 20 is Luke Gebhardt. Luke now will angle to the right-hand side. He's angled all the way back to the 16, trying to get to the sideline. He'll run it to the 21 and then taken down there where Southeast of Saline has won the first exchange. They score 8. They hold Ellsworth scoreless, force them to do a punt. Now the Trojan offense is back out on the field.
And that was set up well on this right side, but Ellsworth's Loden West right there just came from the far side of the field, the far numbers, and ran Luke down to corral him to keep him from gaining any more. So a great job on the punt coverage on their first punt of the game by Ellsworth. Back
to the 21-yard line. We'll go Southeast of Saline. Heavy dose on 2 carries of Nate Friesen, who ended up in the end zone on their first possession of the night. It's 8-0 Trojans. Friesen will lined up behind Luke Gebhardt in the pistol. They go heavy left with wide receivers. Friesen takes the handoff. He goes that way. Good blocking out in front. Friesen looking for a crease. He has one, and he also has 12 yards on the carry out to the left-hand side. 12 yards by Nate Friesen. He'll take it out to the 34.
And those front five on the offensive line playing extremely well on that first drive and continuing right now, just clearing lanes out for Nate Friesen.
First down for Southeast of Saline. From the 33, high snap, Gebhardt brings it down, now on the run, unloads it to Landon Allen out in the flat. Landon across the 40, 45, and then nearest the 50-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard gain. Gebhardt to Allen.
And you're getting 12 yards a pop almost right now on whether it's a quick throw to the out or a run up the middle with Gebhardt or Friesen. So a setup here for anything, but don't go away from what's got you this far. Stay with what's working.
2 plays, 2 first downs. Southeast of Saline approaching midfield now at the 47-yard line. Here's another snap that goes off the hands of Gebhardt. Reels it in, though, and he hands it off to Michael Murray. But you just have a feeling that mishandle of the snap just threw all the timing off on that play. Murray does get a yard on his first carry of the game.
And that's almost the third snap that Gebhardt's had to go up and get. And Isaacson playing center this week. It's not the first time he's played center this year. He's been at center the last couple games, and we haven't seen this. So maybe the pregame and, getting to him, got to settle down, get the ball, and allow the timing to work.
I got another thought on that after this play here. 2nd down and 9. Football setting at the 47-yard line. Friesen comes across the formation. Gebhardt will fake the handoff, keep it, trying to negotiate his way through traffic. He will get to the line of scrimmage and then no more on that play. So Nathan Weller typically does not play defense, right? He is in one mode, and it's calm, it's collected, it's I'm running the offense, I'm the center, that's my job. Caden's problem is he is out there playing linebacker with his shorts on fire the whole game. Then you expect him to calm down and go snap the ball in the shotgun all day. So there's 2 gears there that he needs to find. One is really, really high, and one is really, really low.
Yeah, because he's looking to go find somebody to take downfield, just like he is on defense. So step 1 in the process first.
3rd down and 8. Gebhardt will turn, fake it to Friesen. He has a guy in his face, but he unloads it to Landon Allen. Allen across the 50, has some work to do for a first down, and Landon Allen will carry 2 Bearcats across the 45-yard line to the Ellsworth 42 and a first down. What a play by Landon Allen.
And that might have been something Ellsworth seen last year with a different guy running a lot like that. Number 33, Matthew Rodriguez, and Landon Allen lowering his shoulder, carrying 2 Bearcats. Good for a first down.
24 yards for Landon Allen. Southeast ready to go again on a 1st and 10. Down the seam, deep. Michael Murray looking for the football, and he has to turn into a defensive back as Wyatt Pelzel has a beat on that football, and it falls incomplete.
And that ball didn't look right when it came out of Luke's hands. I couldn't tell if it was tipped. He had a guy right in his face. They do a lot of naked bootlegs out to the right, and it had a defender right in his face. Murray did come open in the middle of the field, and I think if he hits him in stride, he might still be running.
6:19 left to go, first quarter. Southeast of Saline leads at 8-0. 2nd down and 10. High snap again. Gebhardt, though, brings it down. Pitch out to Friesen. Friesen trying the right-hand side. Now he plants that leg, cuts back in the middle, and he dives ahead to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 5 for Friesen. He'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and it looked like maybe Isaacson looked over to the sideline, and Coach Douglas has got both hands over his head like, hey, you're snapping it too high. But a great job there to corral it. The high snap that sprung Friesen on the touchdown was that exact same play. Going back to it, receivers just missed one block. Now it brings up 3rd and mid.
3rd and 5 from the 37-yard line in Ellsworth territory. Gebhardt, 3 receivers on the left-hand side. He'll sprint out that way. Now stop, fire it to Friesen, and Friesen is caught. The first down at the 30, gain of 7.
And an excellent play call right there. They staggered 2 wide receivers on 2 out routes, one at about 7, one at about 12, and then snuck Friesen through the line off to the left, caught it just short of the first down, knowing where it has to be, gets the first down, brings up a fresh set for Southeast.
Football tucked neatly just inside of the Ellsworth 30-yard line. First down for the Trojans. Gebhardt wants to throw again. Out to the right, there's brother Jake. He has it at the 20, puts his head down, and is ran out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 15 on first down and brings up another first down.
And Southeast maybe saw something on film. I don't know, but they have only looked to go down the field one time. But there is a lot of cushion from these Ellsworth Bearcats secondary. They are giving 5 to 10 yards every play.
Approaching the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Southeast looking for more. They're in the Can-Equip red zone. Here's Luke Gebhardt. Starts out right, now comes back left in the middle of the field. He's going to twist, turn, and carry a Bearcat across the goal line. Luke Gebhardt has his 11th rushing touchdown of the season, and Southeast of Saline early has taken a commanding 14-0 lead.
Wade Rutherford, Caden Isaacson, Mac Chambers, Trevor Keller, everybody out there on that team that does not get the football does not mean anything to this team. All 10 of them guys that are not have the ball in their hands are all looking for a hat on a hat the line of scrimmage did a great job of moving them down the field, allowing Luke to get in the end zone.
2-point conversion pending. Gebhardt rolling out to the right. Friesen gets a good block. Gebhardt's going to keep it as he tries to get to the goal line, and he does. Luke Gebhardt, a rushing touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Southeast of Saline leads at 16-0 with 5:16 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening and watching on SalinaPost.com with live stream video presented by Commercial Tire Centers.
Put up more hay crop in less time with the Case IH Premium Round Balers. The RB565 Premium Round Baler from Case IH consistently builds bales even in varying crop and field conditions. With an overshot feeder and 5-bar pickup, the Case IH RB565 Premium Round Baler allows you to maximize your productivity on every pass. To find out more on the Case IH RB565 Premium Round Baler, see Can Equip in Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
10-play drive, 79 yards, 5 first downs in that drive, Southeast of Saline. After they stop Ellsworth on their first possession, they march down the road and look very good doing it. Nice pass and run mix there, very balanced, which is what we've come to expect out of the Trojans. And in the end zone, they end up once again now leading 16-0.
And you and I were kind of talking before we went on the air about what the new image audio keys to the game would be. I said you got to convert on third down. You said, well, yeah, but they've been pretty good on third down. I think if you're Southeast, you got to come out, get the ball, score on your first 2 drives, and set the tone. Devin, you've been doing this longer than I have. You're right, spot on.
I want to know mentally what's going on in the Bearcats' helmets right now. Like, are they thinking we're fine, or are they thinking, uh-oh? Because I feel like there's no in between. Ellsworth on the kickoff here from White Boyd at the 15. They're out to the 20, 25, 30. Still going across the 40. And a nice kick return there by the Bearcats all the way out to the 40-yard line on that return. Leighton Liker for Ellsworth. So good field position here. They're going to place him down at the 38.
Yeah, great job. White Boyd with a good kickoff there. Didn't quite get enough hang time on it. Kind of was a knuckleball that didn't bounce, hit the ground at all. It kind of landed right in his lap. So now Southeast see if they can come up with another stop on defense.
See what Cravens and company can do here for the Bearcats against this Southeast defense. Michael Murray comes out to the right-hand side of corner. He's going to call on 2 friends as Ellsworth has placed 3 wide receivers on the left-hand side. Here's Cravens, and that should be a procedure penalty on Ellsworth. They had not only the quarterback stepped out of his stance, but also a running back leaned forward early. And the referees do not throw the flag, and Ellsworth ends up getting 5 yards or maybe 4 yards on the play.
And I noticed that on the last drive, the running back or the wide receiver comes in motion and kinds of side shuffle, behind the line of scrimmage. And as he's still moving, I saw 2 wide receivers step up and take different stances. So that should be some sort of procedure penalty. Nonetheless, Southeast stuck at second down.
At the 42, after a gain of 4, Ellsworth with a 2nd down and 6. Comes a man in motion. He's going to end up deep in the backfield. Cravens will keep it. And he's going to lean ahead for a couple of yards. At the bottom of that pile will be Mac Chambers and Caden Isaacson, the 2 leading tacklers on this Southeast of Saline team, and they're very close. Caden came in tonight with 49 tackles. Mac came into tonight with 47 tackles.
And to piggyback off of that, them 2 middle linebackers are absolute studs at the position they play. But when you have 3 guys in front of you that take up all 5 offensive linemen, it's going to free you up to make tackles, and that they do.
3rd and 4 from the 44 here for the Bearcats. Snap it back to Cravens. He's going to hand it off, and the tailback comes through to the 50-yard line. That's going to be Loden West, and West has a nice carry on that play of 6 as he will be whistled down at the midfield stripe and a 1st down for Ellsworth.
And that was a great job by Cravens. He handed the ball off, then he jumped right back up into his stance and faked the pass, and that kind of held that secondary back just a second, long enough to where he could get past the 1st down sticks.
I noticed that on film. Cravens is very theatrical. He never lets a play die, whether he's involved in it or not. He always gives at least one person on the defense something to think about. 1st down and 10 here from the 50. Cravens with a tight formation. He has 1 wide receiver on each side. Back to West. He's going to come straight ahead and get about 3 on the play to the 47.
Yeah, once again, a great job there by Caden Isaacson. That hole opened wide up, and if Isaacson doesn't make that tackle, he gets to the 3rd level at about the 1st down stick. So, once again, a great job by the front 3, taking up all 5, clogging the holes, and then allowing the secondary to come up and make tackles.
Ellsworth for the first time in this game into Southeast of Saline territory. Ellsworth at the Trojan 47-yard line. taking their time, taking the air out of the ball, so to speak, to use a basketball term from my friend Bryson Flax. 2nd down and 7 here. And they ran out of time. That should be a delay of game, and now Laundry is going to fly. They took a little too much time there trying to take the air out of the ball. So that'll back them up 5. And just as I feel like Ellsworth got in a rhythm here with their run game, they're going to take 5 yards back.
Yeah, and that kind of goes, that's going to play into Southeast's favor. Ellsworth does not throw the ball a lot. When they do, they're having success at it. They just don't throw it a lot. They run the ball. This defense for Southeast coming into tonight's game, 66 tackles for loss in 7 games. Incredible number when you stop and think about it.
2nd down and 12 now after that penalty. Back on their side of the field at the 48 are the Bearcats. Pistol formation. They're going to turn, fake it to West. Cravens is going to keep it, and then he is absolutely tattooed as he comes across the 50. His hat is off, and he hops up off the pile, and the ball came free as well. And Southeast of Saline really unloaded on that play. Landon Allen came in and really put the punch into that one. A couple other Trojans involved.
And that's key because now it brings up 3rd and long. Craven's helmet came off. He has to go out of the game for one play. So that will bring a new quarterback in to take the snap on a very important 3rd down and about 7.
That was a vicious hit. And into the game will be Will Donnelly, a sophomore. Donnelly hands it off. And straight ahead goes Loden West. He's going to get to the 45, and then no more out of that. A gain of 2, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and he got a heavy dose of Danny Kerr right there. Danny did a great job coming up. He hurdled one defender, and as soon as his feet hit the ground, number 16 was right there to say, no more.
Cravens will bring a lot of Bearcats on the field with him. They're going to line up in punt formation. I'm always a little leery about this. I know Southeast has this at their disposal too, but when the quarterback is the punter, I feel like the playbook is still open.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is.
Cravens is going to step up to his own 45-yard line. He's going to take the kick, eyeball what Southeast is going to do. Now directional that kick over to the right-hand side. It's going to take a bounce and end up inside of the 10-yard line. That's a great job by Cravens. Will Cravens on that punt, getting the football all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to put it down here at about the 6. Beautiful job there by the Ellsworth punting team.
And we kind of talked about this earlier, that the defense is Ellsworth not giving up hardly any points all year. But that stat I just gave out about Southeast Saline having 66 tackles for loss. Ellsworth coming into this game, 8 tackles for loss in 7 games.
1st down and 10 from the 7. Southeast of Saline. Luke Gebhardt has it at his own goal line. He's going to unload it to Jake now, and Jake's going to take this football out to the 16-yard line on a gain of 9. Boy, how fast does that happen? That ball comes out, and all of a sudden Jake's down the field and flirting with a 1st down.
And that's the chemistry, not only brother to brother, but that's chemistry with this whole team and the quarterback to wide receiver. That ball is coming out of his hand at the wide receiver's break, so they know the ball has to be coming.
From the 16, 2nd down and short. Luke will hand it off to Friesen. Nate starts out to the left-hand side and then got turned around and dropped just inside of the 15-yard line. They're at the 14. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and another bobbled snap, maybe a little out of the direction, kind of threw the timing off. Landon Allen was coming across to lead block, and he kind of had to hesitate a little bit as there was nobody there. So bring up a big 3rd down here deep in your own territory.
Inside a minute left to go in the first, 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and about 3 here for Southeast. Friesen in the pistol directly behind Gebhardt. They're going to hand it off to Michael Murray. He's running behind Friesen. Look out. Here's Murray cutting it back. Has a guy to beat, and he just cannot slip through the tackle of Loden West that time. If he would have got through the hands of West, he would have been knocking his head off the goalpost right now. But he's going to be dropped down at the 33-yard line. What a carry there by Michael Murray, and the blocking by Nate Friesen.
Yeah, Nate Friesen, Jake Gebhardt, once again, these wide receivers on the outside just doing a phenomenal job blocking downfield.
1st and 10. Out to the 32, 33. Gebhardt over the middle, wide open. There's Murray. Murray again in the open field, giving Ellsworth problems. Angles out to the left. Look out. Murray at the 40, at the 35, and he's going to step out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Michael Murray will put 1.8 seconds on the clock on 2 catches. He has made it almost to the Canny Quip red zone.
And a great job to the line of scrimmage right there. The 5 up front, stopping. Luke wanted to go out right to Jake Quick. The route was jumped on, so he had to turn, go through progressions, and found Michael Murray in the middle of the field.
Here's a pitch out now to Friesen. Friesen on the right-hand side, and he's going to be brought down at about the 21-yard line. That will be the end of the first quarter. Southeast of Saline knocking on the door of the red zone once again. Trojans lead it over Ellsworth 16-0, and it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
Citizen.
Good evening, everyone. This is Shelby Dixon reporting live for Elite Sports Zombie Expedition ESZE, Channel 23. We are here at Elite Sports, just right south of Salina, in between Old Highway 81 and I-135. There is currently a zombie apocalypse occurring where the infected are trying to eat human flesh. We are currently right outside the quarantine zone, but I'm going to send you inside the quarantine zone to Sergeant Carter.
This is Sergeant Carter. We set up a perimeter to help contain the infected, but we need your help. They are multiplying by the minute. We have trailers with semi-automatic weapons equipped to take down these zombies. If you can pull the trigger, I don't care how old you are, if you can pull the trigger, please come out here and roll to be a zombie hunter and help us.
Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnsalina.com.
Take a check of your Bennington State Bank scoreboard as we get ready for second quarter action. Salina South and Mays are all tied up at Salina Stadium. 7-7 with 1:25 left to go in the first quarter. That's just one game we'll be keeping an eye on tonight. Here, it is Southeast of Saline 16, Ellsworth 0 in this game of unbeatens here at Steve Fritz Field on the campus of Southeast of Saline. Already, Nate Friesen over 60 yards. He actually has 70 yards rushing. Michael Murray over 60 yards receiving. And a big night so far for the Trojan offense, the top-rated offense in Class 2A in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, and if you're this coaching staff for Southeast Saline, I don't think you can ask for a better start. I mean, what maybe the flaw was the one play for -2 yards.
Second down and 3. Gebhardt out to the left-hand side, looking for Murray again. He put that one on the second floor. Murray went up, almost brought it in, but he could not get it as it goes through his gloves and incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
And that was much better coverage. It seems like Ellsworth kind of tightened it up a little bit right there as the defender was right on Michael Murray as soon as the ball got there.
Now Tucker Thaxton will come out to the left-hand side. He'll join Murray out here on the long side of the field. So far, Luke Gebhardt, 8 out of 11 throwing the football in this game. Here's the give to Friesen. He wants to try that left-hand side. Has to outrun an angle, puts a stiff arm out there, and he's escorted out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And another first down for Southeast of Saline. A gain of 6 on the play for Nathan Friesen.
Yeah, and another sustained drive right here by Southeast. Working on play number 8 right now. So another sustained drive. You got to finish this drive and get in the end zone.
In the Can-Equip red zone for the 3rd time tonight. Southeast of Saline, Friesen to the right-hand side of Luke Gebhardt. High snap, Gebhardt taps it to himself. Now he's going to take off and run. Don't know if this was the design quarterback run or not, but it is now. And there's a Trojan down, getting up pretty slow. Looks like that's Brody Chambers, and that's not good because Chambers is in there in a backup role because Nathan Weller's not playing tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like Brody might be trying to make his way. Nope. He was going to try to stay, but now he's going to come out. And Josiah Monday, who plays nose guard, we have not, that I recall, seen him on the line of scrimmage yet this year.
We have not, but he is also capable of playing left guard. So now he's in there.
That's just how versatile this team is. You can substitute. That's already the second guy in that position, and now you're bringing in another one. So, as it looks like Southeast may take a timeout right here.
They will take a timeout. Trojans will be in their first one of the half as they lead it 16-0 with 11:07 left to go in the second quarter here on KINA.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Devin Haney, Russ Kossel back here at the Fritz. campus of Southeast of Saline. Big Sam Pretty producing and engineering. Don't forget, every Friday night after Southeast of Saline Sports, we have a check-in on the Chiefs and Red Friday with Randy Picking. And then from 10 until 11 o'clock, it is the Kansas High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scores and game wraps across the state of Kansas for a full hour. You can hear how your Trojans did if you weren't able to catch the game. It's brought to you by Home Automotive Centers in Abilene and Salina, and also Salina Surgical Hospital.
I think that was a great timeout call right there by Mitch Gebhardt.
2nd down and 9. Friesen in the pistol. Landon Allen is still in tight. He is in front of Friesen and Gebhardt. Gebhardt's going to keep it this time. Luke spins around as he flirts with the 10-yard line. He will not quite make it to the 10. It'll be the 10.5, and that will be a gain of about 3 yards for Luke Gebhardt.
And Josiah checking out. Good sign. Brody Chambers coming back into the game. And Brody, a young man, freshman, but he is a big man on the line of scrimmage.
Like to see that as well. Never going to question toughness when you see somebody try that hard to get back in the game. 3rd down and 6. Here's Luke rolling out to the right-hand side. Good block by Landon Allen. Luke's going to fire a frozen rope, and that laser ends up between the number 1 and the number 1 that makes the 11 right in Brother Jake's jersey. And that's another touchdown between the twin Gebhardts. Yeah. Holy cow, what a throw.
Yeah, and the vapor trail of that thing is still out there. Just what a great job by this offensive line, allowing Luke to have plenty of time to find Jake for a touchdown.
Jake had 2 touchdowns in limited action last week against Lions. Here's a 2-point conversion, and it will be ran in once again by Luke Gebhardt. 3 for 3 on point afters on the 2-point conversion, 3 for 3 on offensive drives. All that being said and done, Southeast of Saline leads it with 10:24 left to go. Before halftime, Trojans 24, Bearcats 0 here on KINA.
At home or on the road, K4 Garage will keep you moving. With over 12 years of mechanic experience, owner Nick Trout will diagnose and repair your engine to keep you in the game. Full-service gas, diesel, or tires. K4 Garage also has a fully stocked convenience store with snacks and drinks. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday from 9 until 3. Trust K4 Garage with keeping you on the road. And if it has oil, they can change it at K4 Garage in Gypsum.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
24-0, Southeast of Saline, and for the 8th time this season, the twin Gebhardt brothers have hooked up for a touchdown pass. Luke Gebhardt to Jake Gebhardt. 2-point conversion also ran in by Luke, and Southeast of Saline leads at 24-0. Still a lot of time, double-digit minutes left to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, Wade Castleman had a chance to sit down with Tyler Henry. Postseason cross country's here. They're going to talk about it. Here's Wyatt Boyd on the kick. He'll uncork this one. It will land about the 12-yard line. Here comes a Bearcat trying to run it out. It will be Josh Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is piled up at the 25-yard line. He's going to fall ahead to the 26, but if his lights weren't on, they are now because he just got lit up.
Yeah, Danny Kerr once again just coming down with his hair on fire looking for somebody, and the first person he found just happened to be the return man. A great job. Wyatt Boyd, a much better kickoff to get that ball up in the air, allowing the coverage to get down the field.
From the 28-yard line, Southeast of Saline's defense back out there. The flag, as far as wind, pretty much laying right against the flagpole. It's not much of a factor out there at all. True receivers on the left for the Bearcats. They'll send one in motion. Now he will line up in tight. We'll give the handoff to Loden West, and West will bring it out to the 30 on a gain of 2.
And it's tough sledding out there in this run game. Not only this week, but every week as this Southeast defense. And I talk about them every week, but it's well-deserved to be talked about. Those front three, Trevor Keller, Josiah Monday, Slade Johnson, all three new at this position this year. Josiah Monday was a wide receiver last year. Now you come in and put him in the all-important position in nose guard, and he's just wrecking havoc.
Having a pretty good year. There's no doubt about that. Here's it looked like early movement again for Ellsworth. They're going to throw a ball out to the left-hand side. Craven's looking for Leighton Liker, and that is off the fingertips of Liker, incomplete. Craven's so far throwing the football has just thrown it twice, and he is not connected on either one of them. Now a 3rd and 8 coming up for the Bearcats.
And that would have been a short game because Michael Murray had that thing read like the back of his hand over there, planted that foot, was able to get up and contact. If he was right there to make contact as soon as the ball hit the receiver's hands.
Cameron Woody comes out to the left. He's going to take Rodriguez. Now he's going to pass him off to Jake Gebhardt. Ball, though, in the middle of the field goes the other way, and it will be completed for the first time. Ellsworth, Wes Cravens finds Cole Weber, and Weber will take that football in at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11.
Yeah, and a great job right there by the offensive line of Ellsworth. Gave quarterback Cravens a bunch of time for a receiver to come open in the middle of the field, and it closed just ever so late, but Caden Isaacson right there able to lay a smack, but just a little too late to bring up first down for Ellsworth.
Weber, the leading receiver on this team, 22 catches coming into this game, 441 yards, and 10 touchdowns. From their own 40 now, the Bearcats in the pistol formation. Liker running around. Cravens is going to fake it to the first back. Now pitch it out to Liker, and he's going to lose 4 yards. Daniel Kerr came through, and he tied the shoestrings together of the running back, Leighton Liker, and tripped him up for a 4-yard loss. What a play by Danny Kerr.
Have yourself a first half in tackling, Daniel Kerr. What a great job once again of an open field tackle. We've seen him lay big hits early in this first half, just showing the versatility coming from his safety spot to tackle for a loss.
He's a defensive back. He came into this game third in tackles behind Isaacson and Chambers. 3rd down and 14. Cravens back to pass. Clean pocket. He's going to loft one up, and it's just off the gloves of a diving Josh Rodriguez over on the left-hand side. Good coverage over there by a couple of Trojans, though. Danny Kerr was in the area along with Luke Gebhardt, but it was Michael Murray, mano-a-mano.
And I think if Cravens takes one more peek and just moves his eyes from the left corner to the middle, had a wide receiver streaking right on the inside of him, wide open.
Don't know much about the wheels on Josh Rodriguez, but it's interesting you want to try Michael Murray on a fly route like that.
I'm going to pick number 9 11 times out of 10.
3rd down and 14. Cravens back to pass. This time he's heated up. He has to leave the pocket, and he's going to go sliding down after a gain of 4. He slides down at the 40-yard line. Now it's going to be 4th and 10. Actually going to give him 5 on that play.
Yeah, and they gave him where his tail hit the ground, and he gave himself up about the 39 and kind of slid 2 yards. So you saw that kind of rule change after the Kenny Pickett fake slide last year in college football. So nonetheless, a great stop again for this defense.
Punt formation for Ellsworth. Again, I think you always have to kind of be on your toes here. Cravens is going to kick this away. It's a short, high kick. Murray and Gebhardt are pointing it out, but they're going to let it roll, and it's going to come down at about the 26-yard line where Southeast of Saline will start their 4th drive of the night. So far, 3 of 3 on touchdown drives and also 2-point conversions. 24-0 our score. 2 7-0 teams. Not only a district title on the line, I've heard a lot of people mention that, but it's also an NCAA league title on the line tonight. Southeast of Saline going for yet another one of those as they have dominated the North Central Activities Association lately. 1st down and 10, Trojans starting out here from their own 26-yard line. Here's a play-action fake to Nate Friesen coming through, and then Luke Gebhardt looking for Cameron Whitty out on the left-hand side. Cannot connect with Cameron, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, it almost looked like maybe the route was cut off or he went to the inside and Luke thought he was going to the outside. So 2nd down, no harm there, and an incomplete pass.
Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter before halftime. Southeast taking their time a little bit here. Brody Chambers is in there at left guard. Friesen in the backfield. Here comes Gebhardt that way. I think he maybe thought about pitching it out there to Friesen after he saw the linebacker coming through, but that was a great play. It's actually the right end. Riley Stone on that play made a really, really good play on Gebhardt for a loss of 3.
Yeah, and Gebhardt almost thought about pitching it too late right there. He did think about it in his left hand, but a great decision to tuck that one back away and just eat it right there to bring up 3rd and long.
So that'll put Southeast of Saline back at their own 24-yard line after the loss of 2. 3rd and 12 coming up. 4 wide receivers on the right-hand side. Gebhardt down the middle of the field. Has Landon Allen at the 40. Landon now tucks it away. 45 and out to the 49-yard line. A big stretch there by Gebhardt to Landon Allen of 25 yards on 3rd and 12.
And that was an absolute phenomenal job by, it looked like Mac Chambers over there kind of rode the blitzer all the way out, allowing Gebhardt to step up in the middle of the field and make the throw.
Out to the 50 goes Southeast of Saline. 1st down and 10. 2 receivers on that right-hand side. They're going to fake it to Friesen again. Luke will keep it and get 2 on the play as he tucks it and gets to the 48-yard line in Ellsworth territory.
Oh, Devin, coming down here on the field now, what an absolute perfect night for mid-October football.
Got warm today.
2nd down.
I brought a coat and I put shorts on. I remember 2 weeks ago I was freezing down here.
You were conflicted. 2nd down here for Southeast of Saline. The Ellsworth 48-yard line. Big senior salute logo out in the middle of the field. As you view it on SalinaPost.com, here's Gebhardt. Looks right. Now he comes back, checks down to the middle of the field where Michael Murray is residing. And Murray takes it to the 36-yard line on a gain of 12.
And Michael Murray took a shot right there, and he knew it was coming, but he did a great job of securing the football first, tucking it, and then bracing himself for that big, big hit.
Michael Murray was 78 yards receiving already. He has been a major part of this passing game here early on. But almost everybody is. Landon Allen, Michael Murray, Jake Gebhardt, they all have at least 3 catches. Here's Luke Gebhardt, wants it all, going to the left-hand side. Murray is wide open, but he can't get there as Luke put a little too much air underneath that ball. Murray, even if he would have got there, would have been out of bounds, but why not? 1st and 10, go ahead and air it out.
Yeah, and what little wind is out here is blowing from south to north a little bit to the west, so the ball carries just enough. A great route ran right there by Michael Murray, doing a phenomenal job of setting up a double move that obviously has been worked on, being set up all game long.
2nd down and 10 now after the incomplete pass. Football setting at the Ellsworth 37-yard line. Murray and Jake Gebhardt out to the right. Cameron Whitty to the left. Landon Allen is still in tight. Gebhardt will take the snap, give it to Friesen. He's going to run into the back of one of his offensive linemen, and also Landon Allen is the Ellsworth Bearcats on that right-hand side. Really got a good surge there, and I see Wyatt Bonin out there playing linebacker. It's good to see him because he got banged up on the first offensive drive playing running back on his first carry for Ellsworth, but he's back in there at middle linebacker.
Once again, I stooped of not bringing a roster down here, but it looks like the right tackle spot, number 57 now for Southeast.
Here's the fake on the play action. Luke out to Landon Allen at the 35, now 30. Landon trying to get to the first down sticks, and he will be close. Landon Allen trying everything he can to get to those first down sticks. They're going to say he's a yard short.
Oh, that was tough because by the initial spot from the far side, it looked like he had the first down from where he spotted, and then he picked it up and walked it back at the yard.
So 4th and about a football. Britton Heller's 57, by the way, Russ. I wasn't arguing with or ignoring you there. 4th and about a football here for Southeast. Gebhardt takes a snap, straight ahead. Friesen, he's going to stick his face down and get it, running right behind Brody Chambers and Wade Rutherford on that left-hand side. 2 yards for Friesen, and that'll move the chains.
And that's almost an automatic anymore, isn't it, Devin? You got 3rd and short, 4th and short. You're in the shotgun, so it's really 4th down and 6, but I'm going to ride number 3. He's brought me this far. Give him the ball.
From the 25, it's 1st down and 10. Southeast knocking on the door of that Caney Quip red zone again. Here's Friesen trying to outrun an angle. He does, but the second guy through is Cole Weber, and he is going to make the stop there for no gain on the play. It was a great little surge that time by the defensive end for Ellsworth on the right end of Riley Stone. Friesen, with his speed, was able to outrun him, but ran right into Cole Weber that time for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and it looked like maybe Cameron Whitty or Michael Murray out here may have unable to sustain the block. Let's talk about that. It is hard for receivers to hold blocks downfield on stretch plays without holding. If you're beat, you have to let them go.
Whitty out here by himself on the left-hand side of the Southeast offense. Murray and Jake Gebhardt out to the right. Landon Allen stays in tight. They're going to fake it to Friesen. Now dump it off to Landon Allen. He's out in the flat. Gets away from a Bearcat tackler at the 22. Still on his feet. And he's going to dive ahead to the 15-yard line. A 10-yard gain by Landon Allen, and we'll see if they give him the first down on this play. Looks like he may be a football short once again.
Yeah, and he did fumble it, but he was just reaching out. He was clearly down as Southeast of Saline goes inside the Can-Equip red zone once again every drive tonight.
Third and about a yard here for Southeast of Saline, just outside of the 15-yard line. And movement by Ellsworth. They're going to gift wrap a first down for Southeast here.
And we don't see that a lot, them trying to get defenses to jump offside. We've seen it a handful of times this year, but when you're as high-paced as the Southeast of Saline offense is, it takes a lot of discipline to know, hey, we can't move even though they're all ready to go.
And I can see how it'd be tempting for a defense to try to get ready because Southeast moves so fast. First down now and 10. Friesen on the play action, and another laser thrown into the end zone from Luke Gebhardt to Jake Gebhardt. That is Jake's second touchdown of the night and fourth touchdown in 2 weeks. 30-0, Southeast of Saline.
And I don't want to say that's maybe the best play that quarterback Luke Gebhardt has had this year, but that play fake to Nate Friesen froze that defensive end. He held it in there and rode him out, clear out, let Jake clear the linebacker to get open in the middle of the field, pulled it out real quick, didn't set up, threw the ball, another strike right in between the ones to brother Jake.
Swinging gate now set up. Luke Gebhardt in the shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right-hand side. Has Jake in the back of the end zone. This one's going to be broke up by Josh Rodriguez and incomplete. That's about the only thing that Southeast has done wrong here in this first half. With 2:39 left to go in the second quarter, Trojans lead it 30-0 here on KINA.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
I want to thank Commercial Tire Centers helping us bring you Southeast of Saline football along with our other great sponsors here tonight. Also, live stream video on SalinaPost.com. You can watch it not only live, but also it is archived there for your viewing pleasure after the game. And I don't know, whenever. I catch myself times going back and watching old games.
There's sometimes on games like this, you might have to go home and watch it again.
I might. 30-0, Southeast of Saline. So far, the Trojans taking care of business here in this matchup of two unbeaten teams. And Southeast, most polls have them ranked number 1 in Class 2A. I've seen a lot of polls having Ellsworth ranked 5th. Wyatt Boyd will uncork this kick and drive Leighton Leiker back to about the 11-yard line. He's going to start out, go to the far side of the field, running left. Now he has a guy to beat, but that guy is Wyatt Boyd, and Wyatt Boyd likes to hit too, and he is going to take Leiker down at the hips at the 35-yard line on a very aggressive hit.
And a great job of open field tackling once again, but we talked about him a little last week. Grady Gebhardt in there leading the team in rushing last week in the lopsided victory. You want to talk about a kid on kickoffs who is running down and somebody gets in his way? He's like a bowling ball coming down the field.
Ellsworth has 2:31 and 2 timeouts here to go down the field. And movement up front.
It seems like that call, Devin, has been, the coaching staff down here has been trying to get it since I've seen them talking to the officials about it on the false starts.
Well, you and I were talking, this was on the line, and you and I were talking about the backs moving early, coming out of the stance a little bit, even the quarterback. Craven's coming out of his stance a little early, it seemed like. From the 30 now, after the 5-yard penalty, it's 1st and 15. 2 receivers on each side as they go a total of 4. Screen out to the left, and that one might have hopped off the turf, incomplete. Nope, they're going to say it is complete for a gain of 4.
Yeah, I think he did scoop down and get that, but, I mean, you gained 2 yards there, right there, so you're still second down and deep behind the sticks.
2 for 5 throwing the football is Will Cravens. Football out to the 34-yard line. Clock running as we approach the 2-minute mark. Again, a 2-by-2 set. Here comes Southeast of Saline sending the pressure. Good protection, though, for Cravens, but he's going to airmail one out to the left, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:59 left to go and bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Bearcats.
Now, Devin, if you're Southeast and get a stop here and the clock is running, do you burn a timeout maybe with still plenty of time left to try to get one more score, knowing that Ellsworth's going to get the ball to start the second half?
Mitch Gebhardt just ran behind his bench and went over and found the side judge here on his sideline, so I'm going to say yes.
I may have saw him running before I started saying that.
He likes to be aggressive at the end of the half. There's no doubt about that. Plus, Ellsworth gets the ball to start second half, so why not get another score here? 3rd down. Pass over to the left, looking for Rodriguez. He is going to catch it.
No.
And he is incomplete.
No, he never had that. Michael,
he didn't?
Sorry,
Okay.
Michael, sorry to interrupt you,
No.
but Michael Murray right there got a hand right in just before the ball got to both hands of the receiver, and a phenomenal job of Michael Murray reading that route.
Okay, so 4th down now. You don't have to burn a timeout if you're Mitch Gebhardt. You get to hang on to your 2 timeouts that you have in your right hip pocket. And you also get to send back Michael Murray and Luke Gebhardt. They will stand between their own 30 and 35-yard lines.
And the coaching staff running down here telling them to scoot up.
Cravens, better kick here, better length. It doesn't stay in the air as long. One hops to Luke Gebhardt. It takes it at the 31 to the 35, now 40. Bounces off a Bearcat and then plunges ahead to the 44-yard line, where Southeast of Saline will start their 5th drive of the first half.
And your playbook here is still wide open, isn't it, Devin? You can still run the football. There's still 1:43 left. You still got 2 timeouts. As fast as this offense moves, a lot can happen still.
56 yards in front of you, 2 timeouts, and a minute 43 left to play here in the half for Southeast. Empty backfield. 4 wide receivers off to the right. Gebhardt's going to tuck it and run into the linebacker level. Now across the midfield stripe, and he's going to be brought down at the 44 on the other side of the field. From 44 to 44, it's a gain of 12 for Luke Gebhardt.
And if you run the ball, the clock stops until the chains are reset.
1st down and 10 from the 44. Gebhardt out to the right-hand side. A flag's going to fly here. That ball was incomplete, intended for Landon Allen.
Yeah, and the white hat throwing it, more than likely it's going to be a hold maybe here on one of the left end or left tackle or left guard.
This holding against Southeast of Saline. It's been a pretty clean half, though, for Southeast as far as penalties go, Russ.
Yeah, from what I recall, is this the first penalty of the game, maybe second? I know it's the first offensive penalty, I believe, but I don't think they've had any penalties in this first half. It's really been a penalty-free game on both sides of the ball.
From the 39. Southeast backed up here. Now it's 1st down and 20. Gebhardt rolls out to his left. He's going to put that ball up, thrown. It's caught. Winning the contest that time is Tucker Thaxton. He's going to take it across midfield and go to the 45-yard line. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage on a gain of 15 yards.
And Tucker Thaxton took the ball away from the defender. All 4 hands were on that. And the young man just said, not today. I am taking this and going upfield. A great job by Tucker Thaxton.
That's the sophomore's first catch of the night at the Ellsworth 46-yard line. 2nd down and 11. Gebhardt looks to the right. Now he's going to take it and run. He is going to get to the 40 and brought down there, and Mitch Gebhardt will take a timeout. 77 seconds left to go. That is the 2nd timeout taken by Southeast of Saline. They have 1 remaining. We'll step aside and come back with more Southeast of Saline football after this.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan football on KINA Sports.
It's been a dominating first half so far for Southeast of Saline. The Trojans lead the Ellsworth Bearcats 30-0. 1:17 left to go here in the second quarter, and Southeast of Saline has the football. It's 3rd down at the Ellsworth 40-yard line, as Southeast of Saline's trying to put more points here on the board. We'll have the Bennington State Bank scoreboard check at halftime. We'll also have stats from the first half and a conversation about Southeast of Saline cross country with Wade Castleman. It's all coming up here at halftime Also, before he goes to the locker room, Mitch Gebhardt will join Russ on the field right before half. 3rd down and 6. Luke out to the right-hand side has Landon Allen. Allen plants his foot, now up the crease, inside the 30, inside the 25, and all the way down to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 19 yards for Landon Allen.
Devin, Michael Murray over there just blocked one guy to the ground, jumped over him, and blocked one more to the ground. You talk about how tough it is to block on the outside. Michael Murray having a day at it today.
Here's Luke Gebhardt again from the 23. He's going to throw it to the left. Tucker Thaxton has it. Little shake and bake out on the edge, and then Thaxton's going to step out of bounds at the 16-yard line to stop the clock. That's a gain of 6.
And a smart move there by an underclassman, knowing the situation. And Tucker's seen a lot of playing time last year and this year, knowing he tried to do one shake and maybe cut back to the middle. It wasn't there. Get out of bounds and get another play.
He's been sharing more time tonight with Cameron Whitty. We saw a couple of drives there, late first quarter, early second quarter, with Cameron Whitty out on the field. Pistol formation, freezing directly behind Luke Gebhardt. Play action, Luke's going to roll out right. Has a Bearcat chasing, puts it up in the end zone, and there's brother Jake for the 3rd time in the first half. It's Luke Gebhardt to Jake Gebhardt for the 3rd time tonight, and for the season, that is the 10th time the twin brothers have hooked up for a Southeast touchdown.
And you want to talk about the impeccable route running that Jake Gebhardt just did right there. Dead sprint, shoulder fake plant with the left. Defender goes inside. Jake goes outside. Luke throws that ball when he's out of the cut. A great, great job.
Going for 2, couple of misdirection handoffs this time. Luke rolling out to the right-hand side, and there's Landon Allen for 2. Southeast of Saline is 5 for 5 on drives. They have gotten touchdowns on all of them. They have gotten 2-point conversions on 4 of the 5 drives. And with 57 seconds left to go in the half, we step away. You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Asaria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure you are fueled up and ready for whatever may be around the corner, no matter what time of day. Now live at Asaria Oil and Hardware, 24/7 pumps. No matter what time of day or night, your gas and diesel tanks can rely on us. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Football on KINA.
Senior Jake Gebhardt has caught 3 passes in a row for touchdowns. He has 5 catches total on the evening here tonight for 82 yards. But his last 3 catches have all gone for touchdowns.
And Devin, this offense only played, 3 drives last week? So basically having a week off almost, and to come hitting on all cylinders tonight.
Wyatt Boyd will put this kick in the air, and it is going to go all the way through the end zone for another touchback. That's the second one of the night that Wyatt Boyd is uncorked, and Ellsworth will have to start, presumably, their last drive of the first half at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Wyatt Boyd comes into this game with, 50-plus kickoffs and not one touchback, and tonight he's hit for 2, and that directional kick couldn't have been any better, squeaking just inside the pylon at the goal line.
Well, Coach Gebhardt and I had talked about that one day. They don't always ask Wyatt Boyd to uncork him because they do like the chance of a turnover on the return. They take pride in their coverage. So it is a lot of placement things that they do.
Yeah, but isn't it nice when hey, go ahead and kick one, and he kicks it in the end zone
absolutely.
Every time? I mean, it's like a dual threat.
From the 20, Ellsworth. Craven's in the shotgun, looking left the whole way. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. Has a couple of Trojans chasing him, and this ball is going to be stripped away, incomplete. Looked like it was going to be right in the breadbasket of Rodriguez, but Josh had that ball stripped away by Jake Gebhardt, who came up in coverage and had that big right hand swiped down and through.
Yeah, he had the ball going to the ground. That was a catch, and Jake comes in and just swipes it right out, bounces right off the turf underneath of him. So a great, great job by Jake Gebhardt.
2nd down and 10 now for Ellsworth. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. 48.9 seconds left. Cravens back to pass. 5-step drop out of the shotgun over the seam. And he had a receiver but could not connect that time with Riley Stone. Stone was driving down the right hash that time, but the ball goes incomplete.
Yeah, and there was a little miscommunication right there between Jake and Daniel Kerr, I think, because Stone was running free. He had 4 yards on them. If that ball's hit him in the numbers, he's easily at midfield with Luke chasing him down.
Now you almost start to shake your attention again to Southeast getting the ball back, don't you?
I mean, I was just getting ready to say that. You still got one timeout in your pocket. You know Ellsworth, if they come out here and throw the ball and it's incomplete, I mean, how greedy do you get going into halftime?
And Ellsworth's going to take a timeout, and they're going to talk about it. Timeout, Josh Homolka, he leads him with 1 remaining, and we'll step aside for a 30 as well here on KINA.
Kansas Wesleyan University is proud to offer bachelor's degrees in criminal justice and emergency management, with both programs available on campus and online. Graduates have gone on to positions in the Secret Service, various police departments, the Kansas Court of Appeals, and to serve as county officials right here in the Sunflower State. Want to know more? Visit kwu.edu today. That's kwu.edu.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans, from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnsalina.com.
Back here at Steve Fritz Field. Devin Aney in the booth. Russ Kossel on the beautiful turf. Natural grass surface here at Steve Fritz Field. He's awaiting the end of the half in a conversation with head coach Mitch Gebhardt. 3rd down and 10 here for Ellsworth. 1 timeout remaining. Cravens in the shotgun, looking left. His pocket will collapse. Now he's trying to get away. He's going to throw on the run out to the left-hand side, and another ball incomplete. He got an open receiver in Leighton Liker. Liker couldn't come up with it. Will Cravens now 2 of 10 throwing the football here in this game, and it is a 4th down.
Yeah, and 2 of 10, but his receivers aren't helping him out. There's a couple times there's 3 or 4 times that they've tried to catch it, and 2 of their left hands come together and unable to squeeze it.
Luke Gebhardt, Michael Murray back standing with their heels on their own 40. Now they're going to move up. Be closer to the 50. Cravens is going to line drive this. It's a short punt. It's going to stick in the grass and die right there at the 44-yard line. This will give Southeast another short field here.
And Devin, I think this changes the mindset of how aggressive you want to be. You're in the plus side of the territory now. You've still got a timeout in the bag. So there's still a lot you can do right now if you're this coaching staff and getting this ball down the field.
Well, and what's Jake Gebhardt's best route? It's the out route, right? You can get it to him, step out on the sideline. And also, Landon Allen has been getting to the sidelines pretty easily, too.
Yeah, and these out routes you just mentioned have been wide open all year.
4 receivers to the right-hand side. Empty backfield for Luke Gebhardt. Luke, clean pocket, steps up, lets it rip down the hash. There's Landon Allen, and he's going to put it in the end zone from 20 yards away on the catch. The rest of it was a cakewalk on a Sunday morning. Landon Allen all the way down the field on the 43-yard touchdown strike from Luke Gebhardt, his 4th of the night.
And a great job by the line of scrimmage once again. That play took a long time to develop. That was a double move by Landon Allen. Kind of a chair route almost. Went up and then came back across the middle of the field. And Luke had time to stand there and let him clear the second level, get behind the linebackers, and just a great, great job.
Going for 2. Friesen trying to outrun the coverage. Actually, that's Michael Murray. And Murray just trucks an Ellsworth Bearcat right at the goal line and runs over him for a 2-point conversion. Another 8 points for Southeast of Saline with 23 seconds left to go in the half. The Trojans lead it 46-0 here on KINA.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
To play here in the second quarter, and there were exactly 34 seconds between Trojan touchdowns there. And yes, Ellsworth did have the ball.
We talk about the offense. They're 6 for 6 now on drives, putting it in the end zone. Defense is just as perfect, not giving up anything and getting the ball back. So probably the best one half of football maybe this team has put together this year, and wasn't no better time to do it.
You get the feeling that they were waiting for this, and I'll elaborate on that here after this kickoff by Wyatt Boyd that once again will go on a bounce and through the end zone for another touchback. Last two games for Southeast of Saline, let's face it, they haven't been that challenging. Since the Clay Center game, they played a one-win Hillsboro team, and we all know what happened at Lyons a week ago. So the schedule has not been rock solid for Southeast of Saline the last couple of games. You almost wonder if they were ready for this challenge, just kind of going through the last 2 weeks.
I think you're exactly right. You know, watching the kids come out for warm-ups, and
there was a different temperature, wasn't there?
It was a lot different. They just looked different. They acted different, and it showed.
First down and 10 from the 20. Cravens back to pass. He's going to let one rip down the middle of the field. There is a Bearcat, but two Trojans there. As Jake Gebhardt step for step that time with Josh Rodriguez also in the area was Daniel Kerr. Incomplete.
If Ellsworth keeps throwing this ball incompletions, one of these punt returners might get another shot at it.
That ball incomplete. Stops the clock with 17.7 seconds left. Full house tonight. The Ellsworth benches across the way, pretty full. Of course, the home stands, safe to say, standing room only.
Yeah, everywhere, standing room only. The walls are full. Up top of us is full.
Two receivers on each side here for Ellsworth on a 2nd and 10. Cravens out to the left-hand side. There's going to be a flag fly here and a catch.
Yeah.
Over on the left by Leighton Liker.
I think they're going to get Landon Allen. Well, I'm not sure if that's really – the guy kind of ran a weak route, and Landon just flat got rid of him.
Did they call that a catch on the far side?
It does not look like it. The chains never moved, so it looks like that is going to be called on Landon Allen. But that is a tough play because you can make contact inside of 5 yards, and that receiver made one step, and Landon Allen just said, you're not going any farther. So a tough break right there.
13 seconds left here. Ellsworth does have one timeout as the football moves out here on a 10-yard penalty to the 30. First down after the penalty. Again, 2 by 2. Total of 4 receivers split evenly. Cravens passes to the left. Here's Liker trying to keep his feet in bounds as he goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line, and it's a gain of 13. Of course, Southeast playing off here, trying to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah, you keep everything in front. You give up 30, 40 yards passing here. As long as they don't get in the end zone, it's really no harm, no foul.
7.5 seconds left to play. Ellsworth has it at their own 43-yard line. Bearcats still with a timeout remaining. Again, a 4 wide receiver set, and Southeast of Saline's going to give them 5 yards here, as a couple of Trojans got a little too anxious and jumped off sides.
There's the announcer's curse of a clean game now that we've saw back-to-back penalties on Southeast.
I wish we had that power.
Well, you have lots of powers. I, however, do not.
First down and 5 now. Moves the football out to the 48. Ellsworth has only been in Southeast of Saline's side of the field one time here in this first half. Craven's trying to make it 2 times, and he does. To the 44, 45-yard line. Gain of 7 that time, out to Liker once again.
Yeah, and only 3.3 seconds left. You can't really nickel and dime anymore. I think if you're Ellsworth right here, you got to let your offensive line block, and at this point just throw it up and hope guy in the white jersey comes down with it.
And they might do that. They've also had a couple of guys running down the seam. Cole Weber had that. He is the middle guy of 3 wide receivers on the right-hand side this time. Cravens rolls out that way. He has some heat, though, behind him. He's going to set up, take a hit as he throws, and that ball is going to go out of bounds onto the Southeast of Saline sideline, and that is the end of the half. An incomplete pass there for Ellsworth to cap the first half, and Southeast of Saline, offensively and defensively, pretty much perfect. They cap all of their offensive drives with a touchdown, all but one of them with a 2-point conversion, and right now at halftime pitching a shutout, 46-0 over the unbeaten Ellsworth Bearcats. Waiting the arrival of head coach Mitch Gebhardt and his conversation with Russ on the field before he goes to the locker room here at the break, and then we will have a break and come back with Wade Castleman. We'll talk Southeast of Saline cross country, postseason time for the cross country team. As we go down on the field, here is Russ with Coach.
Coach, really a perfect first half almost of penalties. You're 6 for 6 on drives, 46-0. Your overall thoughts?
You know, I thought our kids were focused more this week than we have been in previous weeks. I think we matured I think we've matured throughout the season. Our kids wanted this game. I mean, they wanted to come out and they wanted to play well, and I think we cleaned some stuff up the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I thought we played well here in the first half.
Yeah, very, very clean first half. Just a couple late penalties there, nothing major. You just want to keep them out of the end zone. Defense is playing great. Any adjustments you plan to make or see in the second half?
Well, I think they're gonna throw the football, which is what they've been doing here towards the end of this half. So we got to make sure we make adjustments to how they've been throwing the football. But and it'd be nice to get a better rush on him. Cravens does a good job of getting the ball out, and when a quarterback gets the ball out quick, it's hard to get a sack on him and things like that. But I think overall our defense played pretty well.
Okay, Coach. Good luck second half.
Thank you.
Mitch Gebhardt on the field there with Russ as he goes into the locker room with a 46-0 lead over the Ellsworth Bearcats. When we come back, Wade Castleman will join us on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. Trojans lead it over Ellsworth here at the break, 46-0 on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Stardust Trophy Downtown Salina has all the cool football medals and trophies your team needs for its players when their practice session pays off in big wins. Choose from tons of trophy styles and customize it exactly as you want. Stardust Trophy even has special trophies just for fantasy football leagues. Just for fun, choose football bobblehead trophies. Got an autographed or special football? Show it off in a special acrylic showcase from Stardust Trophy. 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Our physicians include sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with orthopedic surgeons Drs. Travis Rump and Todd Riley, plus an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists. We're ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the southeast of Saline Trojans.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
It's third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for real property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at salinahomes.com.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap, stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Let's head back to the stadium for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report, I'm Tyler Henry, and it's time to catch up with SES cross-country coach Wade Castleman, presented by Winnell Garrettson at salinahomes.com. Coach, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to talk with us in a big lead-up to regionals tomorrow.
Yes, we're excited. It should be a beautiful morning for us, and we're looking forward to it. So the kids are all excited, and, we've talked about, hey, we're going on a business trip. We got to go and take care of business so we can punch our ticket for next week.
We often talk about the culture of cross-country at SES, and it seems like no matter who you have running for you, these teams find ways to compete. How has this group of runners fit into that culture? But also, how have they kind of taken it and advanced it for themselves?
You're right. It is a culture, and, it's been passed down from one year to the next. We've had great leadership through the years, and they've instilled, the work ethic in the kids throughout the years. And, nobody wants to have that, it's a rebuilding year. So everybody, comes into the season knowing that, hey, for us to be one of the top teams in the state, we're going to have to work and put in the mileage and the dedication, and we should be where we want to be.
I know your guys' goals are obviously, on regionals and state, but I wanted to look back on last week for a second. You guys collect a 4-peat league title on the girls' side and a 6-peat for the boys. And again, I know that your guys' ultimate goals are beyond that, but how important is that continued dominance of the NCAA to you guys?
It's good. The kids look forward to our league meet, and our league is down a little bit this year, numbers-wise. There aren't as many full teams as there has been in some years. It's only 6 league schools. That makes it kind of difficult. On the girls' side, there were only 3 full teams out of those 6 schools, and on the guys' side, Beloit was the only one that didn't have a full team. So, but still, they're still good individuals. Each school has very good individuals, and our kids just went out there and competed very well, and they're at a high level.
Taking a look at your teams here one by one, on the boys' side, you guys have found depth, but really, Levi Allen, Damian Jackson, and Braden and Caden Walker have stepped up big for you guys at the top of that lineup. How critical has their dedication to improvement been to your success on that side?
Oh, a lot. Looking at our boys' roster from last year, of the guys that ran at state and what we had coming back and everything, Damian and Levi and Nakari are the only 3 that were on our last year's runner-up team. Caden Walker was an alternate, and those guys put in the mileage last winter and this summer, and they wanted to get back to where they were, and they brought those freshmen along with them to get us to where we are right now.
On the girls' side, you guys have gotten a lot of good production from program mainstays like Ashley Prohaska, but again, you look at the makeup of this team, it seems like the youth has raised a lot of eyebrows around the state with runners like Abby Comerford, Callie Augustine, Brecken Alderson, and a few others blossoming into really good runners. How much of a boost has that youth given you on that side of things?
They've given us a big boost. Brecken, I knew she would be successful in everything, but not to the level where she's at right now. She is running very well right now. And she just seems to be getting stronger each and every week with the experience that she has. And Abby and Callie, they were on our state championship team last year along with Ashley. And, I think that experience at the state level it's priceless. So, it's great to have that experience. And, so when we get into those big meets, they know what it's going to take to get to that next level.
You talk about some of the freshmen that you had coming in on the girls' side, but that's kind of been prevalent on the boys' side as well. I know Jacob Bircher has found his way into some good spots in terms of the finishes so far this season. Again, when you talk about adding depth and replacing seniors, how big has it been to see the dedication, even at the junior high level, to kind of continuing this program?
Our freshmen have done a great job this year. Coming in the junior high program, Braden Walker and Jacob Bircher and Isaiah Kerr, they were very successful at the junior high level last year, and they have, come into this year, and all 3 of them have been on one of our top 7 all season long. And, they're getting better and more confident each and every day. I almost look at Jacob and Braden and think of them as upperclassmen because they haven't had that freshman lull or freshmen, being scared to run against the competition. They just embrace it and stick their nose in there and compete each and every week.
You guys talk a lot about, regardless of what teams you're running against at these meets, you're always competing against yourself. You're always trying to improve your best times. So with 2 races left on the season, obviously you guys are gunning for 2 state titles this year, but how critical is a good run at regionals before state for a team with championship aspirations?
Going into it, the course that we're running on for regionals is going to be completely different from what we will be running at Rimrock for state. It's a very flat course, but I think if we can go out there and run some very fast times, I really think the kids should have some season best or even possibly some personal best times at the regional meet. And I think that'll instill some confidence in them. Not that they're lacking in confidence, but I think it'll give them a little confidence boost that, hey, seeing some of the times that some of the other schools have ran this year, hey, we are right there with them, and we can run those fast times as well.
Well, there are a lot of other good teams in the state, but obviously the one that everybody knows about is Wichita Trinity. You guys are trading back and forth with them for the number 1 and number 2 spots right now in Class 3A, and that'll be your biggest competition at state next week. But I wanted to ask, we've talked about this before for articles, but for the interview here, if you guys can stay healthy and everybody can run up to their potential, does this team believe they can hang 2 banners in that Southeast Saline gym this fall?
They do. They're not lacking the confidence. We haven't had the opportunity to run against Wichita Trinity this year. We know they're watching results like we're watching the results, but I just keep trying to instill in the kids that, hey, you don't know what kind of courses they're running on. And they don't know what kind of courses we're running on as well. Every course is different. Could be windier at one spot or hillier or flatter. So we just have to be willing to step up and run with them and, not let them gap us. Hopefully, it'll turn out in our favor next week at state.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for stopping by, and best of luck to you and your team at regionals tomorrow and at state next week.
Thank you very much, Tyler. I appreciate it.
All right. That was SES head cross-country coach Wade Castleman, presented by Juan L. Garrettson at SalinaHomes.com. The Trojans and Lady Trojans will be at regionals tomorrow morning and at state next Saturday. Coming up next, more on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime show with the second half between Southeast and Ellsworth. It's all right around the corner on KINA.
This is Tammy Bedreau at the Bank of Tesket. If you're looking to purchase your new home in the near future, I want you to know we offer a variety of loan options to finance your home purchase. I would love an opportunity to be your lender. Give me a call or stop in today to learn more. We are local lenders making local decisions. The Bank of Tesket, committed to those we serve. MLS number 712440. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I can't believe I got rear-ended.
Hey, don't sweat it, Brian. Even the best drivers have a crash from time to time. That's why we have a collision center. We're a direct repair facility, which means no long waits from your insurance company. Our factory-certified technicians can handle all makes and models in our fully equipped body shop. When you bring your vehicle into us, it'll be like your crash never happened. Come on over to Home Automotive Collision Center. You'll be glad you did.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
To Coach Gebhardt, the players, coaches, and fans, let's make this a Football Friday to remember. Roselawn Memorial Park wishes you success this season. For more information, visit RoselawnSalina.com.
Zombie Paintball Expedition south of Salina is unlike any other haunted attraction you visited. A typical haunted house has people jump out and scare you, but we put you in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Yes, a zombie apocalypse where you have to fight off real live zombies. Think of it like a video game where you get to hunt zombies. Every zombie hunter will start with approximately 100 flesh-eating ammo balls. But trust us, you're going to want extra ammo. Friday and Saturday nights in October. For more information, visit zombieexpedition.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinaPainClinic.org.
Troublesome car repair and everyone has told you it cannot be fixed or it's way too expensive? Try McKim Auto Service in Gypsum, Kansas. They do quick, dependable work and provide the lowest hourly rate in the area. McKim Auto will service your vehicle from front to back and everything in between. They treat you and your car like a friend or even family. McKim Service specializes in engine and transmission rebuilds. 701 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Wouldn't trust anyone else with my family car. So, if your repair seems grim, remember McKim. Give them a call today to make your appointment.
Good evening, everyone. This is Shelby Dixon reporting live for Elite Sports Zombie Expedition ESZE Channel 23. We are here at Elite Sports, just right south of Salina, in between Old Highway 81 and I-135. There is currently a zombie apocalypse occurring where the infected are trying to eat human flesh. We are currently right outside the quarantine zone, but I'm going to send you inside the quarantine zone to Sergeant Carter.
This is Sergeant Carter. We set up a perimeter to help contain the infected, but we need your help. They are multiplying by the minute. We have trailers with semi-automatic weapons equipped to take down these zombies. If you can pull the trigger, I don't care how old you are, if you can pull the trigger, please come out here and roll to be a zombie hunter and help us.
Four catches for Michael Murray, 78 yards. 2 catches for Tucker Thaxton of 21 yards. And a catch for Nate Friesen of 7 yards. Friesen is the leading rusher, 10 carries, 78 yards and a touchdown. Luke Gebhardt, 9 carries, 49 yards and a touchdown. And Michael Murray has a carry for 1 yard. All in all, in the first half, Southeast of Saline, 128 rushing yards, 319 passing yards for a total of 447 yards of total offense. And Southeast of Saline scored on every possession they had in the first half. Russ, some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. A couple of just really kind of blowouts. We really didn't find a close game other than maybe one game we were looking at. Let's go over the blowouts first. Mays over Salina South, 35-14. Wamego over Abilene, 35-0. Hillsboro over Lions, 41-0. Hayes over Topeka High. That's the first time those two teams have ever played each other. And right now, Hayes leading the Trojans of Topeka High, 42-0. And Republic County and Sacred Heart. From what I understand, Sacred Heart has to win that game to be postseason qualifier. Right now, Republic County leading Sacred Heart 6-0 at halftime. We will have a running clock for the whole second half here as Southeast of Saline scored 16 points in the first quarter, 30 points in the second quarter. They lead 46-0 here at the break.
And I think if you're Southeast, you don't really change anything. I asked Mitch Gebhardt there at halftime of what maybe, if any, adjustments there would be for the second half, and he goes, they're going to come out and throw the football, so we got to do a better job covering, which, judging by the stats, they did a fairly good job covering the ball there. So, but if your coach is always going to find something to do better on, offensive-wise, I don't think he had a lot that they could do better when you go 6 for 6 on drives and you score 46 points against the number-ranked team, 5-ranked team in Class 2A. So a big statement first half for Southeast of Saline. I think the most complete first half that this team has played all year. Just you got to keep doing what you're doing. And the running clock thing, when you have 2 undefeated teams and top 5 ranked in Class 2A, and you're going to have a running clock for not only the league title but a district title.
You're probably going to change the Joes. You're not going to change the X's and the O's, right? I mean, we're going to see a lot of guys get in and out of this game, but I think the plan remains the same.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. The game plan is set for the game, and you can't adjust it. That kind of happened last week. You know, they're still going to play the game. You just change the personnel who's in there, and we saw that anybody can come in and play at any time.
There's Wyatt Boyd on the kick. He's going to angle it over to that left-hand side as he was doing pretty much all second quarter. Leighton Leiker will take it at the 15-yard line, out to the 20, 21, still twisting and turning his way out to the 28-yard line. Nice little return there by Leighton Leiker for the Ellsworth Bearcats. And as we said, the clock is going to run the whole second half here as Southeast of Saline leads 46-0.
And I think you're going to see a lot of the same on defense probably for Southeast of Saline. These kids know shutouts mean something to them, and as when you get as many as you do, if you come through this program, we saw it last year, the consecutive games in a row that this team put shutouts in, and why would you not?
Correct. Plus, I think Gebhardt likes the fact that they're going to be able to practice against the pass here. If Ellsworth does pass it, they're going to hand it off here to start out to their tailback coming through. That is going to be Loden West, and West will get 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, and another great open field tackle by Caden Isaacson right there. And once again, the 3 up front, Keller, Monday, Slade Johnson doing a phenomenal job. When 3 guys, I say it every week and multiple times, but when 3 guys can take up 5, those 2 guys in the middle of the field just feast all day long.
2 wide receivers out to the left. Cole Weber split wide out to the left near the Ellsworth sideline. Leiker will come from that side and go in motion. Low snap on the ground. And Loden West, the tailback, is going to have to pick it up as it was being kicked around by quarterback Will Cravens that time. That will cost the Bearcats about 5 yards backwards and bring up a 3rd down and 11.
And you go back to before the start of this game when Southeast jumps out, boom, first possession down the field, scored, stop, score. And what was going on mentally? We kind of talked about it. After seeing the rest of that first half, Southeast had to get into the mentality of the Ellsworth Bearcat offense.
3rd and 11, Cravings looking left, wants the pass, gets tattooed as he is throwing the football that way. Nearest guy to the ball was Landon Allen. He's kind of looking around at his guys going, I think we did okay there. This purple jersey. Purple jersey, purple jersey. You have a purple jersey. And the ball's incomplete.
Yeah, and that was something Mitch Gebhardt said they wanted to get better pass rush. Well, I don't know if you got any better than Mac Chambers coming in untouched to derail the quarterback right there, and that's exactly what just happened.
Back deep, Murray, Luke Gebhardt, Cravens with the offering on the punt. And it is going to fall short. Murray had that one pegged the whole time. Luke was kind of looking a little bit, and Murray had his hand out going, that's going to hit right about 10 yards in front of us right there at the 50. So Southeast will come out. They will start out in Bearcat territory at the 49-yard line with a short field here. Daniel Kerr will come out and take over at quarterback. Still has Nate Friesen with him. Evan Watkins out there. Josiah Monday will be there. Jace Van Amberger's coming out. Also, Wyatt Boyd. I might have said him already. Cameron Whitty. Looks like the offensive line pretty much intact. They are shuffling some guys around. Britton Heller is out there. Looks like Caden Isaacson still going to be the center. As they snap it back here to Daniel Kerr from the 49. Here's Friesen off the right-hand side. And Friesen will take it to the 40-yard line on a gain of 9.
Yeah, and a great job right there. Friesen had contact made at about the 45-yard line and just drug 3 Bearcats for about 4 yards. So he runs hard there. You know, you're going to keep the offensive line in there, keep Isaacson at center. And we saw him kind of struggle early, and Luke maybe bailing him out on a few plays on bad snaps and maybe just getting more reps as it goes on as Friesen comes back to the huddle and his shirt stretched out down to about his feet after that play.
That shirt was about 5 yards behind him as he kept running. He's averaging 8 yards a carry tonight, 11 carries, 88 yards. 2nd down and 1. They fake it to Friesen. Kerr now looking for some space, and he has to stick his nose into a window that was being slammed shut. He'll get about a half a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
And a good job there by Ellsworth, reading. Kerr did a good job faking that one all the way out to Friesen, and I think he did the right thing by pulling it as there was nothing stretched out to the outside either. So a 3rd down and short here for Danny Kerr and see what he can do for this offense.
3rd down and a yard. Ball sits on the 40-yard line. They need a healthy yard here to get a 1st down. Again, Southeast taking their time, letting that play clock run down. Kerr will keep it on the quarterback run. Now he'll plant his leg, cut back up in the middle, has the 1st down, and then some. Still working to get away, and he's going to take this pile all the way to the 32-yard line. What a run that's on by Daniel Kerr. He ends up getting 9 yards.
And we've seen Daniel Kerr come in multiple games at the quarterback position in relief of Luke Gebhardt and just run extremely, extremely hard. Does not run like a quarterback at all. Runs more like a tailback almost. He does a phenomenal, phenomenal job.
Yeah, he, in relief, has done a really good job. Has a couple hundred yards on the season. And a lot of times, too, he's been stuck in between. He'll come in, play a drive or two, and then we'll see Gannon Jacobson. 1st down and 10 here for Southeast of Saline. They hand off to Friesen. Looks like Friesen and Kerr. Actually, excuse me, that is Friesen, yep. Thought it might have been Marcus Davis for a second, but Friesen and Kerr get their shoes all tied up together. They lose 3 on that play.
He got the shirt pulled off before that play, the tail that was dragging. I thought maybe it tripped himself up, but yeah, just incidental foot contact there and brings back 2nd and long after that loss.
So it'll move the football back to the 35. Again, Southeast with long stairs over here to the Southeast of Saline sideline, letting that play clock roll down, and also the game clock that is continuously running.
Yeah, it's now under 6 minutes already.
Pitch out, right-hand side. Friesen has to get by a defender that got his way into the backfield. Brenton Heller that time was tangled up with right defensive end Riley Stone. Heller did a good job sticking with him, though, because then Friesen was able to cut in underneath and still pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, he cut in underneath of that. Jace Van Amberg had a nice block there on the outside, and Jace, a senior on this team, comes in and We talk about him on special teams a lot. He is another one that just runs around like his hair's on fire, a wrecking ball out there wherever he is at.
3rd and 10 from the Ellsworth 32-yard line. Pistol formation. Kerr will turn, fake the handoff. Now he's rolling out to the left. Being chased by a couple of Bearcats. He slams on the brakes. Now comes back. He's going to throw a lob pass, and it's going to be actually intercepted, and now a face mask coming in, as it looked like Wyatt Boyd knew he couldn't get to that football, and he did his best to get in there, and then got a little bit of the face mask there coming down on the Ellsworth defender.
Yeah, first turnover of the game by either team tonight. That ball's they're gonna spot it about the 19, and there'll be 15 yards tacked onto that after the interception.
So first turnover of the game for either team. And Ellsworth will have the interception at about the 21-yard line, and then we'll get to tack on more via the penalty.
Defense looks like it's going to stay about the same as for this second possession here.
Yeah, a couple of substitutions. Right corner, Wyatt Boyd comes in, this time for Michael Murray. Tucker Thaxton in there as safety for Luke Gebhardt. Remember, Thaxton got an interception last week against Lions. Here's Ellsworth from the 36-yard line. They'll take it straight ahead with Loden West, and he will get 5 on the play.
Defensive line still staying intact. Slade Johnson, Trevor Keller, Josiah Monday up there. A great job once again. They don't get a lot of tackles. When they do, they're tackles for loss. But when you take up 5 guys, that's the reason Isaacson and Chambers are neck and neck for lead on the team on tackling.
Clock approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. 2nd down and 6 from the 40, and early movement there for the Bearcats will take them back 5 yards to the 35.
That's that infamous false start on everybody but the center call.
Randy may not have enough Red Friday to cover us after this game, taking us to the scoreboard show. Just thought about that.
Yeah, because we're sitting here at 20-9 and just ticked under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
2nd down and 11. There's a low snap. Cravens does a good job, though, pulling it out. He'll hand it off to West, and Loden West kind of bowling ball his way through all the traffic there, ends up making it out to the 40-yard line on a gain of 5.
Yeah, made something out of nothing right there as he was hit about 3 times behind the line of scrimmage. Kid was able to keep his footing and get up to right at the 40-yard line.
Third down and 6 from their own 40. Again, Ellsworth has only been on southeast of Saline's side of the 50 twice tonight. They pass out to the left-hand side to Leiker to the 45. That'll be a gain of 5.
A great open field tackle right there by Wyatt Boyd. As he was right on him as soon as he made the cut and the catch, and bring up 4th down and short and see if the Southeast defense can get off the field.
4th and about 1.5 yards. 1:39 left to go here in the third. Football setting at the 45-yard line. Keller, Johnson switch on their respective defensive ends. Cravens wants to try it. He's going to stick his nose right up in there, and he'll gain about 3 yards out to the 49-yard line. Good job, tough running there by quarterback Wes Cravens.
Yes, he was hit about 3 times, about 1 yard deep behind the line of scrimmage, and kept his feet moving and able to fall forward and stumble forward for 3 yards.
Will, I'm sorry, I said Wes. Wes actually wrote Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's Halloween, so that was probably on my brain. I know it's frightening how it works sometimes.
You weren't the only one that thought that. Everybody up here next to us caught it too.
Sometimes I don't catch that stuff. At the 49, 1st down and 10. Tie formation once again. They're going to try to run it back up inside, and they will get to the 50-yard line on a gain of 1.
Yeah, we're clipping them off here because there's now ticking under 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. So still tough sledding out there for Ellsworth, trying to run the football up the middle on this Southeast defense. And Ellsworth doesn't seem to be in any hurry at all. Maybe just kind of chalking this one up and salvaging what they can out of it.
Well, you know, Russ, it's going to be a quick turnaround because this, although it had the playoff atmosphere, is the last regular season game. This is Week 8. And with the revised format, Week 9 will be the first bracket game. So next week, you're going to start this do-or-die situation where if you lose, your season's done. So Ellsworth and Southeast both are going to have to forget about this game really, really fast as they prepare for their opponents, whoever that may be, next week. And we are at the end of the third quarter. Southeast of Saline remains up 46-0. Back with fourth quarter action. After this, you're listening and watching on SalinaPost.com to Southeast of Saline Trojan football. It's presented by Commercial Tire Centers.
Good evening, everyone. This is Shelby Dixon reporting live for Elite Sports Zombie Expedition ESZE Channel 23. We are here at Elite Sports, just right south of Salina, in between Old Highway 81 and I-135. There is currently a zombie apocalypse occurring where the infected are trying to eat human flesh. We are currently right outside the quarantine zone, but I'm going to send you inside the quarantine zone to Sergeant Carter.
This is Sergeant Carter. We set up a perimeter to help contain the infected, but we need your help. They are multiplying by the minute. We have trailers with semi-automatic weapons equipped to take down these zombies. If you can pull the trigger, I don't care how old you are, if you can pull the trigger, please come out here and roll to be a zombie hunter and help us.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Officials ready to get after it, too. They cut it short during that break, and meanwhile, a 17-yard pitch and catch out there to Cole Weber on the right-hand side of Ellsworth's offense.
Yeah, and Cole ran a great route right there. A little double move once again. Kind of got past the second level and able to corral that one in for a first down.
Wind's starting to kick up just a little bit. Probably as much now as what it has been all day. First down and 10. There's a handoff to Loden West going up the middle of the field. He's going to get all the way into the secondary. Drops the football. Southeast of Saline claiming they have it. Boy, this will be big for the Trojans and preserving a shutout if they were able to get the football, but I don't see an official signal. Now I do, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats as Loden West taking this all the way to the 21-yard line on a gain of 12. That was a tough run, but he had it stripped out there towards the end.
Yeah, that was a good hard run by Loden West and a great job up front blocking, probably the best blocking up front that maybe Ellsworth has seen all night.
From the 21, it's first down and 10. Ellsworth knocking on the red zone for the first time tonight. Cravens back deep, throws one in the end zone, and it's dropped. He had a wide open guy in Josh Rodriguez, but Rodriguez cannot make the catch.
Yeah, Rodriguez was so wide open, he didn't even believe it. So, yeah, I know that's maybe like the third or fourth time that a receiver in that slot has ran up, and I don't know what's that movie where Rodriguez maybe shouldn't have ate that popcorn at halftime.
Yeah. Butter. Second down and 10 from just outside the 20 once again. Here's some misdirection in the backfield. Ends up with Loden West, and he goes over to the right-hand side. He loves running off that side, and now he is down inside the 10-yard line. Took it all the way down to the 9 at that time on a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, if you're Southeast, coaches are out on the field asking them, hey, what's going on? You know, we can't keep them out of the end zone. They like them shutouts just as much as everybody else does.
JV got one on Monday night playing Republic County, 66-0. First down and goal here for Ellsworth from the 9. Cravens to the end zone. Broken up out there by Marcus Davis playing corner. He was tangled up that time with the intended receiver, Cole Weber. So Davis turns Ellsworth away. They still have second down and goal, though, from the 9-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 8:49 left to go here in this game. Rodriguez, a solo out to the left-hand side. Two backs in the backfield. Cravens will turn, give it to Loden West. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, but still falls forward for a gain of about 3. 13 carries, 56 yards for Loden West so far tonight. Ellsworth has the football. 3rd and goal at the 6. They keep that 2-back look in the backfield behind Cravens. And now a timeout will be called by Southeast of Saline. We'll take it as well. Clock stops with 8:14 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Southeast of Saline wants to talk about it. We'll step away here on KINA.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back to the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. It is senior night, 10 seniors on this squad. Southeast of Saline leading 46-0 over the Ellsworth Bearcats with 8:14 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Looking ahead next week, you can make your travel plans, but you can't really know what colors to wear or not wear because we don't know who the opponent is. So just dress in purple and be right back here in this stadium because it will either be Haven, Chaparral, or Garden Plain. Here's a pass out to the right-hand side, and it's going to be an Ellsworth touchdown for the first time tonight. Cravens out there to the right edge to Cole Weber, his favorite target so far on the season. That came from 6 yards away for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and he did a great job keeping his feet in bounds right there. He's right over at the goal line on the pylon and kind of was stepping on the pylon. So a great job of recognizing where he is at on the field.
First score of the second half. Cravens will try to kick it on the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Bearcats are on the board, 46-7 our score. Back with more Trojan football after this on KINA.
Your mailbox is stuffed full and the phone keeps ringing. There are even strangers knocking at your door. Open enrollment time for Medicare and prescription drug plans is here, and it brings all kinds of unsolicited activity. Call a local firm with people you know at L&L Advisors. Plans can change pretty drastically year to year, and the agents at L&L Advisors are happy to answer your questions, give advice, and make you feel at ease. With 2 locations in Saline on Road Street and Central Mall, and on South Main and McPherson. Built on honesty and trust, call L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
Back here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School, the district winner, which looks to be Southeast of Saline. They'll actually get a couple of pieces of hardware after this one. District champions and also the NCAA League champions. And when you are a district champion, that will give you a pass in the first 2 games. If you should win your first game in bracket play at home, you also get your second game in bracket play at home. Southeast of Saline looking to win District 5. They will cross over in the first round with District 6. I mentioned Garden Plain in there. That's an outside possibility. It looks like it will be Chaparral or Haven when you look at points and things like that. We could not find that score, though, at halftime. Have to listen to the scoreboard show. Here's Grady Gebhardt taking the kick return off the bounce. He's going to work his way out to the 35, where Southeast of Saline will start their second drive of the second half.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have Jacobson come in at quarterback now.
So Gannon Jacobson, Grady Gebhardt out there on the field. Looks like Ellsworth still going with most of their starters here. Here's the hand to Gebhardt. He ran right into one of his linemen in front of him. Still bounces it off, though, for no gain on the play.
I mean, if you look at that, look how many defenders it took right there to bring him down.
Yeah,
it's 3 or 4. He's not very high off the ground. He's not a tall, but man, does he run hard. He's going to be fun to watch in the upcoming years.
Gebhardt last week, 9 carries, 111 yards and 3 touchdowns in that blowout over Lions. Kendall Miniman also out there. Landon Albright. Kenyon Douglas. Deacon Byer. Looks like maybe Marcus Davis over on the far side. Jacobson asks for the snap. He'll give it back to Gebhardt. Straight ahead. Gebhardt back to the line of scrimmage now on no gain. Ellsworth doing a good job here, stopping the southeast of Saline run as the clock continues to go. 4:25 now left in the fourth quarter.
And if you're Southeast and these younger kids and the starters, obviously all the starters of what it appears to be is still in the game for Ellsworth, this has got to be a good test for these younger kids. You know, you talk about them getting a lot of time last week against the Lions. That is what it is, but playing against starters at an upper level, a better team than what Lions was, is good for these younger kids to get reps.
Third down and 10. Jacobson on the pitch out to Gebhardt this time. Has to step it back inside. Now looking for the outside line. Goes through a big hit, and he's going to be close to a southeast of Saline. First down, a gain of 9 that time. Gebhardt worked to the inside to get around a would-be Ellsworth tackler, and then bounced it back to the outside for a gain of 9.
And there's 2 guys down here on this sideline wearing purple jerseys that I think were the most excited after that run. One's wearing number 19 and one's wearing number 11.
Big brothers. Right now the biggest cheerleaders is southeast of Saline. Looks to line up here and go for it on a 4th and 1. Clock nearing the 3-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Pistol formation, Jacobson again. Gebhardt directly behind him. Looks like Kenyon Douglas in tight. And southeast of Saline will call a timeout. We'll step away. Here's a 30. Back with more Trojan football after this on KINA.
Saline Septic Services provides septic services including septic tank installation, inspection, and repair. In addition to professional septic tank services, we also provide portable restroom rentals. We have many options available, including his and hers portable restrooms and hand washing sinks. Setup, service, and removal are all part of our rentals. Whether you project a long-term construction job or a family gathering, we guarantee a clean porta potty. Find us today at SalineSepticService.com, proudly supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit RoselawnSalina.com.
Back here at Seafritz Field, Devin Haney, Russell Kossel has made his way down to the field. Big Sam Pretty producing and engineering. There's actually 3 minutes left to go. 46-7 is our score. I want to talk about dominance, and I know it's kind of skewed with the recent and reoccurring every 2 years realignment of high school football, but we still talk about league titles. Coach Gebhardt and I talked about that in pregame. Touch on that a little bit more here after the southeast of Saline 4th and 1. Here's a motion from left to right. Now Gebhardt into the second level, trying to break tackles, and Grady Gebhardt makes it to the 46-yard line, and that was a gain of 9.
So let's talk about this for a minute, Devin. Yes, Grady is a freshman coming in. He gets the nod after they go up a lot, but you got Friesen at running back, starting running back. You got Kerr who can come in and back him up at running back and play backup quarterback. And then you got a guy like Grady Gebhardt that can come in and run that hard. How deep exactly is this team?
You're also stepping around Marcus Davis, who came in last week, had 2 carries, one of 27 yards, one of 26 and one of 37 yards against Lions last week. He was on the halfway to 100 after 2 carries. Now a carry to the left-hand side. Speaking of speed, there's Kenyon Douglas, another freshman. He'll make it to the 40 after a gain of 8.
Just the depth of this team is something special when you can have as many upperclassmen that left last year that you replace with now upperclassmen this year, and then these younger kids that can come in and just run all over everybody.
Second down and 2 after the Douglas gain of 8 yards. He will now set up shop on the right-hand side with Albright. Here's the fake by Jacobson. Gannon going straight ahead. He will be close to a first down. Came up about a yard short after a gain of 2.
ticking close to 1 minute left to go here in this game. Southeast obviously just handing the ball off and letting this clock run out.
All the Trojans looking over at the sideline. 18 seconds left on the play clock. Don't forget, in post-game, we'll get comments from head coach Mitch Gebhardt. Have some trophy presentations, I'm sure. Also a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game and an Everhart Precision Ag Pass of the Game. I think there were several of them tonight.
Yeah, there was quite a few as you're going to get Grady Gebhardt up the middle here for a gain of about a half yard maybe to bring up. Oh, it is. They are going to give him enough for a first down, so they don't have to run another play here. That will probably wind this one down.
Southeast of Saline, really the closest we've seen to a perfect half of football this season in the first half. They build a 46-0 halftime lead, and they give up 7 to Ellsworth in the second half as we had a running clock, and that should do it here from the campus of Southeast of Saline. Trojans win it 46-7 as now Southeast of Saline goes to 8-0 on the season. They hand the Ellsworth Bearcats their first loss on the season, and Southeast of Saline gains a lot of momentum going into the playoff bracket session. Southeast of Saline now has won 5 in a row NCAA league titles. They have also won 8 out of the last 9 in league play as they defeat Ellsworth tonight by a score of 46-7. Back with postgame. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after this on KINA.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Everyone at Vernon Jewelers would like to thank you for coming to the store and celebrating the 138th anniversary. They want to remind you the holiday season isn't far away. Shop now and get these holiday gift ideas for that special someone or special occasion. They can custom order pieces and also do custom engraving. The service shop is ready to serve you and take care of anything you might need, from repairing to cleaning. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter since 1884.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.